Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me fine? Do I sound okay? Hello, CatFan64 first, Ayazora second, and Jason is forward? Further board? I don't know what you're trying to say there. And hello, Hypermutual Extreme. You want a Mia close-up. I mean, she's being a bit boring over there, but sure. Let's bring the camera closer to the Mia. Hello, Mia. She's like, hello, hi. I'm trying to sleep. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. Hi, Busy! Welcome, Busy! Hello, Raiders! How are you all? How was stream? How was your Genshining? I only watched like half of it. Cause then I went to get food. Yeah. So I didn't watch all of it. But hello, welcome! Who else is here? Vash, hi Eric the Vash. T, Pixel T, hello, Koala Wolf, nice to see you. Eska, 69 Nerd. 60 Nerd. And Ploppy, yes, I'm early today, very marginally. Nure, hello Nure. Sevenths. Oh no, grammar is a bit difficult, isn't it? Hi, Bravo Art, welcome, guys. Okay, wait. First we have to do this. First we have to do shout out to Baby Wizzy, who's in our stream team, who plays a lot of Genshin and Pokemon, who's a cute robot VTuber. Yeah, go and follow her. Doesn't talk very much, but that's okay. It's very comfy channels. Have I always been this quiet? Am I quieter than before? Because I have a new microphone. Wait, let me fix Okay, testing. Is this better? Is this better? I have a new microphone. It sounds clearer. I still have these microphones. I mean, yeah. And it's a HyperX solo cast, and like I hope I set it up properly, but I don't know. I'm max volume. It's still too soft, is it? Let me try and fiddle around with this a bit more. Okay, I think I turned it up. Is it louder? Is it too loud now? Or something? Testing. I tested it with recordings earlier and I thought it recorded fine, but can be a bit louder still, really? But what if I accidentally exclaim too loudly and then suddenly it's like, okay, wait, maybe if I did something with my sounds, sound playbacks, recordings, microphones, is it this one? Properties? If I increase the level, like this, is this better? Is this louder? Testing. Hello. Zero risk of me being too loud. What do you mean? There's always a risk of me being too loud. Have me on max volume. Oh, okay. Test. Hello. I don't think it's using this device. I'm pretty sure it's using this device. I think. Properties. Listen to this device. Hello. Okay, we'll make it louder. There, I turned it up on the Windows sound thing to 90%. Is that better? Does the HyperX mic have a hardware gain? I have no idea. Usually I have Windows on 12 volume and you have me around 30. Oh, that is quite a bit, isn't it? Okay, let me play around a bit more. Let me play around a little bit more. Yeah, Too loud would be waking me up. Yeah, too loud would wake me up. Okay, my audio mixer on OBS is telling me that this is pretty loud. This is at like the yellow voice range. Is that too loud? It's too loud, isn't it? Nure, is it too loud? Am I breaking eardrums? Am I breaking people's eardrums now? No? 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 This is good? This is good. Okay, sure. Okay, if you say so. If you say so. Okay, so first we shout out Baby Wizzy. Promise on OBS mixer, even red isn't too loud. Really? Oh, okay. Or if you say so, then okay, that's fine. And then we also have to shout out. Oh wait. Bravo, because they draw very, very pretty people, and they are also an Australian. So go and follow. Yeah. Go and follow and go check out pretty art. It's so pretty. It makes me want to get more art. But I've already exhausted my art budget for the year. I'm still waiting for the things, but it's gonna be so good when it comes. Don't do it, save your money. Hi, Cuppy. Welcome. It's been a long time, guys. Say hello to my sister. Athy, attempt to just answer yes or no. Do I really want to say yes? I said no last time and I didn't suffer any repercussions. I feel like maybe I should just stick with no, even though I'm a little bit curious as to what the yes or no repercussions is, but also like a bit scared. Hello, Catzilla Zero Catzilla Zero. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Athy needs an art budget boost. I already boosted my art budget. Hi ZB. Hi Z. Guys, you also need to go and check out Z, because Z is a cool person. No surprise. Yeah, no surprise. Shh. And you also need to go and watch Pix, because Pix has a very cute teacup model and I always want to drink tea out of it. We did a Giga Chat to boost server one time. Oh, is it not tier 3 anymore again? She's pretty good at that house design. Yeah! Z is very good at designing houses. Z is very good at designing houses in FF14, and you could just probably like commission her to do house things for you. Yeah, it's great. Okay, we fell to level 2 boost again. Oh no! Ah, is it? Oh yeah, you're right. We just need one more. Okay. Okay. Oh well, we'll deal with that after. Anyways, for those of you who've just joined, welcome. Hello, I'm Dr. Athy. I am a streamer who does, yeah, thanks for the bits, Jason, who does variety streaming. So I kind of just do whatever I kind of want to do or feel like at the time. But usually I'm accompanied by my nurse, my cute little Mia, who likes to sleep whenever we are streaming. She doesn't seem to want to do much around this time of the day. She really just likes either staring out the window, but there's nothing to see outside my window here at the moment, or she just likes to sleep. Meow. Gravy. That scared me a little bit, I'll be honest. I was like, oh my god, what is that noise? Wow. She enjoys my soothing voice. I hope so. Although sometimes, yeah, she does get a bit scared. She's a bit of a scaredy cat. But anyways, do we see what the title was today? The title of today's stream is called Dilemmas for the Armchair Philosopher. Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what it might pertain to? Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. I guess not. That's okay. It's probably not super like famous or anything. What are we scared of? We're not scared of anything. I have a book. I have a book. I have a book. Hey, it's called 101 Dilemmas for the Armchair Philosopher by Eric Chaline. Chaline. I have no idea. Cute nails. I don't do anything with my nails, so my nails are just like regular nails. Like I don't paint them or anything. They're just my regular nails. I just cut them once in a while. If you scared of surprises, I'm surprises do scare me. Yeah, jump scares and stuff are. I'm not good with that. I get very like palpitating, panicky. Can't a guy just appreciate hands and nails? Oh, well, I guess you can. They look cute. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to look after my hands a bit better. So I do moisturize them. Like when I moisturize my face at night, I use the leftover moisturizer to moisturize my hands as well. Yeah. Because otherwise, since I use hand sanitizer all the time at work, it gets a little bit dry and like gross, you know? So yeah, I try to moisturize it every night. But anyways, yeah, this book is called 101 Dilemmas of the Armchair Philosopher. And I've had it for a couple of years now. I can't even remember where I got it from initially. I think it was a gift. Yeah, I think it was a gift. Although I don't really remember who gifted it to me. But it's got like a lot of little, I guess, scenarios to think about, right? An empty hand is a clean hand. I mean, shouldn't everyone's hands be clean? Especially when you're not doing dirty work at the moment. And I mean, as a doctor, I have to make sure my hands are really clean, you know, because I'm touching people, touching people. You wouldn't want to touch people with a dirty hand, or people wouldn't want you to touch them with a dirty hand, right? You're gonna look for that book next time I go to the store. Yeah. The blurb of it, so the back of it, which has the blurb of it, talks about how this book is packed with moral dilemmas, thought-provoking scenarios, and insights from history's greatest philosophers. Sounds very fancy. Your hands aren't really soft anymore. It's what Hauling Banker Boses does to you. I don't know what that is. But yeah, you can always moisturize your hands as well. And make sure you... I mean, scarring and calluses do happen, but you also do need to make sure you moisturize. And then you can also use those pumice stones to scrub away like the calluses as well, so that they become softer as well. You don't want people touching you at all, but Jason! How? But Jason, human touch is a very natural part of life. You know? Moral dilemmas are nice. I don't know if it's nice, but it's interesting thought processes, right? You have hand cream near your computer. Apple flavor! That sounds yummy. You like the trolley dilemma. Run over everyone. Manual labor of a landscaper prevents clean hands. That is not true, Gravy. Even if you are a landscaper and you do a lot of manual labor, you can still take the time and effort to scrub your hands clean at the end of the day. Especially if you're going to be eating, drinking, petting your cat, dog, whatever it is, and doing things with your beloved. You need to make sure you have clean hands. Whenever I do any gardening, which isn't in a little while now, but whenever I do any gardening, after gardening, I always make sure I wash my hands, and I use a scrubber to scrub underneath my nails as well. Let's see if I can show like a picture of like, it's just a regular little like nail scrub, you know. Butter is one thing. Didn't know eating hand cream too. Ah! I don't eat hand cream. Okay. Here, I will show you a nail brush. I have this as a nail brush. This, you know. Or if we want to find one that is not as fancy looking, like this. A couple of dollars, and it keeps your nails clean. You know? And really, why would you not want to have clean nails and clean hands? You have to have clean hands. You know? You know? You know? As a kid, you thought that was a fancy handheld toothbrush. Oh my gosh. Eat hand cream? No, don't eat hand cream. Don't eat hand cream. You have a calcium nail thing because you're painting your nails. But yeah, handheld toothbrush. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Our toothbrush is handheld anyways. That is very, very true. True, but you know. Anyways, is eating hand cream like eating glue? Maybe, I guess. You brush teeth with your feet? A raise? What? Glue is very tasty. Oh, gotta eat some glue. Oh no, Saiju, no! Don't do it. Okay. We do not endorse eating glue or hand cream or anything that is not actually marketed to be in your mouth. Alright? Do not, I repeat, do not put anything that's not marketed to be in your mouth. Don't do it. I'm sure people were just joking. Don't do it. Don't. What about eating paper? Paper was not marketed to be in your mouth. Paper was marketed to be printed upon, drawn upon, scrunched into a ball, cut up into pieces. You've done that? Eat paper for funs? Yeah, I know you've done that. I saw you do that when you were a kid. But there is edible paper? Is there edible paper? The ingredients from glue are tasty pigs! No! Don't do it! I just said don't do it! Ree! Or rice paper! You're right! There's like rice paper rolls and things. But rice paper was marketed to be eaten. So it's marketed to go into your mouth. So it's fine. And hi Silent You! Hello, welcome! Welcome! I haven't had white rabbit candy in a long time. Oh my gosh, that brings back memories. I thought at one point it was thought to be toxic or something. And then they stopped selling it or something. All paper is edible. It's just plant matter. Doesn't mean it's sanitary. It's not just all plant matter, Piff. It's got things in it like binders and shiny making things and smooth making things and other chemicals, and you don't know what kind of chemicals those are. Well, I don't know what kind of chemicals those are. I recently bought a white rabbit charm thing at an artist alley. Oh, do you have pictures, pics? I want to see. How am I today? I'm doing well. Yee, how are you? I got out of bed late because it was storming this morning, and I just wanted to stay in bed where it was nice and warm and cozy and I could hide under the blankets. Good morning, Rennie. Good morning. How are you, Rennie? Toothpaste is made to go in mouth. Does that mean you can eat it? You can swallow it. Although I think it will make you have diarrhea if you eat too much of it. Yeah. Binders and glue. You're saying you can eat paper and glue at the same time. No, that's not what I said, Saiju. Don't put words in my mouth. The paper itself is edible. What isn't is the ink and other chemicals. Yes, but what is paper, Nure? What exactly is paper? Fluoride is highly toxic. Fluoride is good for your teeth, though. Hello! Well, this exists. How are you, Welp? Hi, Palsy Ego. Just wanted to say hello before you feed in your LOL game. Good luck in your LOL game. Don't feed the trolls, remember? Post your whole haul. Yeah, post your whole haul. I want to see it. Hopefully my streamer only uses non-toxic glue. Yeah, I only use starch glue, I guess. I think that one's the non-toxic one, right? I don't actually. I can't remember the last time I used glue. Except for medical glue. That's different sort of glue. Feeding the trolls is fun. Is it? Is it fun? Fluoride is used in industrial cleaners and pesticides. Yeah, but Iron Shefu is not first, but nice try, hubby. Nice try. Nice try. Where do you post? Just post it in pics under pictures, or you could just post it in the Dr. Athey channel, I guess, since we're talking about it actively right now. Randy! Hi, Randy! How are you, Randy? Why are you not asleep yet, Randy? So if I eat toothpaste and die, I blame Athey. No! Jason, just don't... You're not supposed to eat large amounts of it. Peroxide is also an industrial cleaner. Yes, yes it is. So is bicarbonate. Lots of things, actually. Fluoride is such a weird chemical. We use it in water and toothpaste, and it's also used to make so many toxic things. Yeah! It's like chlorine is also in water, but chlorine is also toxic, right? Technically, Shefu is first. He has a badge and everything. Yeah, I guess he's gonna found this badge. That's true, that's true. Getting shamed for staying up to watch your favorite. Oh no, I'm sorry, Randy. I'm sorry. I don't mean to shame you. I just am thinking of your well-being. Yeah. Where's your founder badge? Oh no, Rini, where is your founder badge? I'm so sorry. When they bring back the thing that allows you to cycle your founder badges to people again, I think I'll like have another look and see who's actually got the founder badges and see if they were actually around from the start or something. How much is a large amount? 2 tubes of toothpaste? You try to only eat 1 tube of toothpaste. Oh my god, Saiju. No, we're not eating toothpaste. We're only brushing toothpaste and using... I can't even talk anymore. Hey, Fabi, how are you? You don't drink fluorinated or chlorinated water? Where do you get your water from then, Unreeves? Like, practically all water here is fluorinated and chlorinated as well. You think they're trolling? Yeah, I think they're trolling too. Then they remove the feature. Yeah, they're going to reinstate it once they fix things, I think. Anyways, they removed the feature like 24 hours after. Yeah, they did. They haven't added it back, I don't think, have they? Same with the pinned tab. Oh, I don't know about the pinned tab. I have not seen that in use, actually. Hi, Anuan. Welcome. How are you? Are you still sleepy? Is toothpaste tea not a thing? No, it is not a thing. It's well water. And your house has a reverse osmosis filtration system. Oh, fancy. Huh. Does it filter out fluoride, though? I don't think it does. You used to have access to well water instead of city water. It was delicious. Is it safe to drink? Do you have to boil it or something? Ooh, Pix posted the photos. Let's look at the photos. I want to see photos of the artist alley hall. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, wait. I think this should be safe to... Yeah, I think this should be safe. Okay, we'll show. Ta-da! 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 It's so cute! Oh my god, it's the White Rabbit candy! I miss these candies! Oh my god, this teacup is so cute! Oh, and the little like keychain thing that looks like a sakura flower, it's super adorable! Oh! 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 So cute. Anyways, I'm good. How am I doing? I'm doing well, thank you. I had some coffee. I got out of bed late. I had a good sleep last night, and here we are. Here we are. Stretch a lung muscle. What did you do, Eska? How does one stretch a lung muscle? Lungs are just air sacs. It's not really muscles in lungs. It's muscles outside of your lungs. It's fed from a natural spring. There's no chlorine or fluorine. Oh! Okay. What about... And I guess with the reverse osmosis filtering thing, it filters out the bugs? Water in the United States has fluoride and maybe trace amounts of chlorine. However, lead contamination is not an infrequent issue. That's not good. Lead contamination is bad. You spent all of your budget on it. Oh my god, pigs! How much was your budget? Tell us. I want to know, how much was your budget? The diaphragm? Oh, the diaphragm. How did you stretch your diaphragm? You have to save for your West Coast trip and your next convention. Ooh. As long as pollutants don't get into it. Groundwater is perfectly clean. They test it. Oh! Who tests it? If it's not connected to like the standard water piping system thing, how do they even know it's there? You breathe too hard? Oh no. Lily! Meowdy Lily! How are you, Nya? How are you, Lily? Yeah. Your budget was like 75 CAD, so it was a tiny budget. I mean, $75 for merch is still kind of not tiny, I would say. You want to see Artist Alley set up? Yeah, Cuppy was recently... Cuppy, weren't you recently at an artist convention-y thing where you had like a little booth thing set up and you drew stuff for commission-y stuff? Yeah! Yeah! Bugs are filtered through the foot valve filter. The filtration system cleans the microbes if they are in it, and there's a 99% efficiency. Ooh. I see. I'm learning things. I don't know too much about filtration systems because it's not like we have filtered water or anything at our house. The only filtration system I know of is the stuff that they put for like fishies in a fish tank, you know? I'm very good, just gaming. What you gaming? What you playing? Yours doesn't look that pretty. You need a revamp. Yeah, revamp! Imagine filtering bugs by picking it off. Ooh, I don't want to touch bugs. Sleep Rules! Hello, Sleep Rules! It's nice to see you, Nya. You really like those water bottles you can get with charcoal filters built in. Wait, what's that? I want to know what that is. And Jason said that they're pretty sure they added the founder badge thing back at the end of July. Ooh, I did not see this. I will open it up to view. How much are we looking for the 80 art budget? I don't know. I'll be honest, it just depends on like whose art I'm liking at the time and how much they charge. And what I want to do with that art, I suppose. Bugs full of protein. Bugs are full of protein. I'm still not sure whether I want to though. Yeah. Doing dailies in FF14 and then some Neo? What is Neo? 2. But dailies in I should do my dailies in FF14, but I'm really like slow. Supposedly you can drink from a sewer and it's safe? Oh, the life straw. I've heard of the life straw. It was something that they built to try and get clean water access in like the third world countries where you don't have access to like clean filtered water, and so the life straws are supposed to be really good, but I still would not really want to. Athiana, I have a top secret idea. I'll let you soonish. Let me know soonish. Oh, okay. Okay. Should I be worried? Surprises are kind of scary. It's pretty amazing. You don't want to trust it. Yeah, I don't really want to trust it either. I think for me, if I had the choice between use a life straw and drink sewer water, or on the other hand, drink this water that the government has processed in their filtering factory or whatever it is, I'll pick the filtering factory thing and not the sewer water. Let's be honest. Involves art, surprising someone else. Oh, are you gonna draw something? That would be cool. Maybe in less extreme cases, drinking from a running river would be better. Yes, I would probably not mind drinking from a running river as long as I can see the bottom. I'm getting life straw on us flashbacks. If you know, you know. I don't know. Straw is supposed to be for campers and hikers though, in poorer countries with zero infrastructures. Yeah. In survival, you learn not to drink directly from a river, rather to dig beside the river and drink the water that's filtered through the ground. But Piff, the ground's got lots of bugs in it, like mycobacterium. And then you get pneumonia, the walking pneumonia that kills people because you get granulomatous cavities in your lungs. Life straw in a running river sounds viable. Yeah. Okay, anyways, we got completely distracted. Just don't drink water. No, Jason, that's not what we said. Water is good for you. Vegan police, the only water I drink is my tears. No, oh my gosh. But vegan police, your tears are salty. That's salt water, and salt water is not great for you. Oh my god. Just drink your pee. Unreaves, no. I know you're degenerate, but surely not that degenerate, Unreaves. Oh my god. Oh no, I think I woke up Meow. Look what you've done. Look what you've done. But Degen pee drinkers? Yeah, Degen pee drinkers. Water gives lung cavities? No, what? It's not that water gives lung cavities. Yeah. It's that you gotta be careful that you don't have the bacteria in the water. Isn't pee sterile? The pee itself is sterile, but once it has passed through like your urinary system to come out the other end, out of your urethra, alright, out of your urethra, it's not sterile anymore. Because you've got lots of skin flora, skin bugs around the tips of your urethra, whether it's your, girl bits or boy bits, and then once your pee passes through there, it's not sterile anymore. Thank you for the drink, Redeem Sparkles, and thank you for following. I feel like you came at a kind of bad time. Yikes! Ithiana has become a pee expert. Okay, look, I do know a lot about pee, alright? Because I do have to work with pee. So I'm not an expert, but I do know probably a bit more than the average person about pee. Yeah. Amount of salt and stuff in pee makes it worse for hydration than not drinking anything at all. I mean, it's got a lot of waste product in it, right? You got urea in it. Skin flora makes it sound so pretty. That's just what we call it. Drill a hole in your bladder and drinking directly from the source. Unrees! You mean every stream is an atheist talking about pee? No, I'm not always talking about pee, pigs. And no, I'm not a urologist, but I still work with pee. What do you mean out of cut? Wait, I do. Oh my god, you guys. We can make everyone uncomfortable and talk about fecal transplants. Fecal transplants are kind of really cool. I was working with one of the gastroenterologists that was doing fecal transplants. But yes, it kind of is a bit gross. Watching the feces actually become processed is kind of really gross, you know. Rita! Hi, Rita! People with heart issues must limit water intake. Yes, depending on what your heart issue is. If you've got heart failure type symptoms, then yes, you probably should limit your water intake because you don't want to get overloaded, fluid overloaded. I'm so sorry, Ann. You're gonna walk away, but I'm sorry. Bye. I miss you. No. Rita, hi Rita. No, we are talking about dilemmas for the armchair philosopher, guys. We're not talking about pee. No. We'll stop. Okay, look. We've got the contents. The contents page of this book has lots of different chapters, right? Lots of different chapters. There's personal philosophy, social, political, law and order, war, medical sounds interesting, sexual, scientific, natural world, life and death, religion. Ooh, that's quite a few areas. Should we just start from the top? Start from personal and just work our way through, or should we just pick one from each category and like go with it? I don't know. I kind of keen to just go through medical, because that's my jam, right? NFTs. Wait, what are we doing with NFTs? I do not feel comfortable with NFTs. Page 104 is medical. Alright, let's look at the medical dilemmas. Medical. Am I an internal medicine doctor? Yeah, basically, I am. I'm in training. Medical. Victus cuique rationem ad agrotentum. God, I can't read this. What is this? Latin. I think this is Latin. Excerpt from the Latin version of the Hippocratic Oath. The English translation says, "Also I will, according to my ability and judgment, prescribe a regimen for the health of the sick, but I will utterly reject harm and mischief." Is this medical philosophy? Am I summoning a demon? It's gonna be interesting. If you don't mind me asking, what's his specialization? I haven't specialized. I haven't formally specialized in anything yet because I am still training to become a specialist, but I do work in like the medical specialties rather than like critical care or surgery or something like that. Yeah, they're cool but it weirds people out. Your mom worked as a nurse in many different fields including organ transplant, bone marrow transplant, oncology, maternity cardiology. As a result, you know a bit. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, your mom has worked in quite a few areas, hey? I feel like the bone marrow transplants and the stem cell transplants are kind of awful. I've had to look after some stem cell transplant patients, and sometimes they stay in hospital for months on end. Although a double lung transplant is also pretty bad. A double lung and heart transplant is probably one of the most complex transplants you can get. Yeah. Atheist not an ER resident? No, I've done my ER time and I'm glad to be out of there. I do not like the category 1 kind of, yeah. And I didn't like trauma. I don't like trauma cases or anything. Double heart transplant. No, I meant double lung and heart transplant. But anyways, okay. Medical. Let's look at this case in medical. Da 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 da. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Trust me, I'm a healer, guys. What does in training mean exactly? Because a doctor is a doctor. Okay, so you know how someone finishes med school. They graduate from medical school and they become a doctor. But they start off as a junior doctor or an intern, right? They start off as an intern. They gain more experience, see more cases, etc. Pass their internship by not killing anyone in the first year of their practice. And then they graduate to become residents. This is our Australian system anyways. I don't fully understand how the American system works, but I think when you graduate med school, you go straight to residency, I think. But yeah, in Australia, once you graduate med school, you do 1 year as an intern. You're paid, of course, but you are under close supervision by pretty much everyone else, the residents, the registrars, the fellows, the consultants, to make sure you don't kill anyone. Congrats, you didn't kill anyone. You graduate on to become a resident. As a resident, your duties are pretty much everything that an intern does, except that you are afforded a bit more leeway to make decisions. And then after, a year or two of residency, you join a training program to start specializing in something, whether that is, in hospital medicine, crit care, surgery, psychiatry, or family medicine. So you join a training program, and when you're ready, you step up to become a registrar. And then you do a few years of being a registrar, pass the basic exam for your training program, and then you go into advanced training. And then you become a fellow and a consultant, So there's a few years. They don't let you play with people's organs straight off. Yeah, no, they don't, unfortunately. Athie would be completely offended to know I have a Dr. Seuss shirt with a cat in a hat that says, "Trust me, I'm a doctor." Oh my god, I want that shirt. I like Dr. Seuss. Intern is becoming 2 years soon, apparently. I wonder about that, Rita. And I kind of feel that may be because of the whole COVID situation, and med students during the whole COVID lockdown period didn't get as much clinical time in the hospitals and practices and stuff, right? And so I think maybe that's why they're advocating 2 years of an internship, so close supervision, and then maybe they'll change it back to 1 year after things, settle down a bit more from the COVID side of things. Imagine leaving a trail of bodies behind in your medical journey. That would be really scary, vegan. That would be really scary. Hi, Psycho! Mia's so cute. Yeah, Mia's so cute. Sadly, you cannot play jump rope with the intestines. No, you can't play jump rope with the intestine. But did you know? I don't know if any of you have seen like surgery of the gut before or anything like that. But sometimes they like pull out the intestines and then they just shove it back in, and they don't put it back in like loop by loop at a time. They just kind of like just bleh, dump it all back in. Knee replacements are cool. I don't know. I don't like seeing them saw through bone. It's a bit yikes. In Canada, it's a 7-year program just to be a practicing doctor. Yeah, because you've got undergrad and then you've got grad school. And then in Canada, medicine is graduate medicine only, I believe. There's no undergrad med program. Whereas in Australia, they did have an undergrad med program. They transitioned over to graduate medicine, and then now somehow there's a couple of schools that have reopened undergraduate medicine. So I don't know. I don't know. You suck at math? I don't know, Rita. You haven't even properly started yet, so how can you say you do? If you leave a trail of bodies behind, you're better off as a mortician. Probably. Probably. Does swine intestines count? You mean to play jump rope with? Who's got time to put it back in nice and orderly? But you know your intestines are moving all the time, right? Every time you hear like your stomach go growl, 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 especially after you eat and stuff, that's just all your intestines like moving around, you know? As long as they aren't twisted, they pretty much sort themselves out. Yeah, as long as they're not twisted or adhered to one another, like if they're stuck to one another because of scarring or anything like that, then it does become a bit more difficult for it to move around, and then that's when you get obstructions and things. They just plop it back in. Yeah, you just plop it back in. Can I play Surgeon Simulator sometime? That would be amazing. I do not have that game. Explains why I had a stomach ache in my lung. And Reeves, are you okay? They can get stuck. Yeah, you can get bowel obstructions because one loop of intestine is stuck against another loop of intestines, and that's usually because there's some inflammation in your abdomen or abdominal cavity where your intestines are. Of course, inflammation causes things to become sticky. It's like pus, right? And so yeah, it becomes sticky, and then the intestines stick together, and then they become necrotic, and then they die. I mean, they need to go for surgery to fix it, and if they don't fix it, then they die, yes. It's common in dogs. Bloating is deadly. Oh, yeah. I didn't know that about dogs, but yeah. And sometimes the intestines can like loop around each other and kind of strangle itself, I guess. Yeah. Surgeon Simulator. Is there an online version of Surgeon Simulator? Since we're on it anyways, you have a personal medical thing, which is lung scarring. Oh no, New Ray. Is it very bad? Is this one of those things you might not notice, or is this one of those things that hurt a lot so you would realize they would hurt a lot? Don't worry, Zaiju. If you've got it, it will hurt. You'll know. You'll be like, why does my belly freaking hurt so freaking much? And then you'll know. You'll know. Large dogs can flip their stomachs over and causes all kinds of problems. Oh, I had a friend in high school who had a blockage and they ended up dying because they asphyxiated their own fluids. Oh no! Oh, don't worry, it hurts a lot. Yeah, it hurts a lot. It hurts so much you can't stand it and you vomit. And also because it's blocked, right? So if things are blocked in your intestines, you know how food and everything else that goes through your mouth is pretty much it should be a one-way street that goes from your mouth to your anus, and it just goes down that way. But if there's a blockage and things get backed up, there's all that pressure, and then you vomit. It's kind of gross. Yeah, don't think about it. Sorry, I shouldn't have said. Surgeon Simulator. That's what I was trying to look up. Surgeon Simulator. Is this an online thing? Surgeon Simulator on Steam. Huh. It's an Operation Sim. Whoops, this is too big. What's the sound? Oh my god, it's so bloody! Ooh, yikes! It's kind of yucky. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh my god, it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. All right, all right. Oh, gross! Yikes! Second Surgeon Simulator is co-op. It's amazing. You have to lead a group of 3 people with actual medical knowledge. Really? I've heard that if food stays in your stomach too long, it becomes a huge rock. Where did you hear that from? You love Surgeon Simulator? It's like painting with extra steps. Oh my god. If you'll be stressed in this, yeah, I would be stressed in this game. Can confirm this is what the OR looks like. This is not what the OR looks like. Is this like a VR game or something? You look like you're controlling the hands. Do you control the hands? I may act Kokona in chat, but thanks for the advice. What do you mean by act Kokona? I don't really know what that is. Yeah. Squeamish doctor, yeah, I'm a little bit squeamish. You think the single player would be more entertaining? There is a VR version. Oh my gosh, really? Kokona is a redneck or a stupid person? Oh, okay, if you say. It's only got 3 stars on Steam! I think the rock is called Bazaar. Oh my god! Oh my god! What the frick is happening? Oh my god! Oh my god! What? Ah! This looks terrible! Ah! Oh my god, the head! The head! Ah! Why is there heads that you play bowling with? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. You can just yank off the limbs. Oh my god. Ooh. Yikes. Oh. Yikes. Nishi Fishy, hello. Welcome to stream. Ooh, that looked. Oh, yikes. The heads just pop off and you can just pop it back up. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's kind of ooh-wee. That made me feel a little bit hard to believe real surgery is exactly. It's not like that. It is not like that. It's not like that. Ooh, how expressive my model is. Oh god. Well, at least you can tell how chaotic that was, I guess. The Sheepy, thank you for following. This is not generally what stream is like, I promise, I swear. We're a bit more chill normally. 80 doesn't like it because it reminds me of reality. It's not very realistic. Sorry, I thought this was a vending machine because you know. Oh my god! If anything, Fishy, you're the snack. I'm a cat. I eat fish. Oh, hello, meow. Sorry, I kind of woke you up, didn't I? I was a bit too loud. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw the Mia close-up. Yes, I saw the Mia close-up. Here we go. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. She's got a bit of eye poop. But that's okay. We'll take it off later. Mia looks angry. Yeah, because we woke her up from her nap. Yeah, lick. Don't bite. Oh, eh. Don't bite. Only lick. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, we were too loud. We were too loud. Mia always looks so done with your shit because you guys say like weird things and stuff. Don't threaten you with a oh my god, Fishy. Anyways, we're doing Armchair Philosophy today. We're doing Armchair Philosophy. We are not surgeon simulating. We're doing Armchair Philosophy. Okay. Trust me, I'm a healer. Oh yes, drink. Yes, let's do a drink. Okay. Chat is wilding today? Yeah, chat is totally wilding today. I thought we were talking. No, we're not talking about this is Armchair. Oh, Rita, you missed the start of it. Okay. Rita, I've got this book. It's called 101 Dilemmas for the Armchair Philosopher. Right? Like, is it okay to lie about liking a gift? You know that lie was good? Yeah. That lie was a good one. Anyways. So, and there are sections in this book that cover things like, personal and social, political dilemmas, sexual, scientific, law and order, war, medical, natural world, life and death. And of course, we pick the medical section to start with. Hey. Okay. Philosophy time. Trust me, I'm a healer. Annie has a lot of minor niggling complaints: lower back pain, tension headaches, bouts of insomnia, and low energy levels. She has been to see her family doctor, but after asking her a few questions about her lifestyle and daily routine, she tells Annie that she spends too much time sitting at her computer, has a poor diet, doesn't get enough exercise, which, the doctor says, explains all your symptoms. She offers Annie some mild sedatives to help her sleep, but strongly recommends that she makes changes to her lifestyle. Let's be honest, it kind of sounds like us. We spend too much time at the computer. Some of you have a poor diet because you don't eat your veggies. Don't go out and touch grass or anything like that. I mean, that's definitely us. Yeah, that's definitely us. Not me, of course, not me. Yeah. Annie is not satisfied with the diagnosis. A work colleague recommends that she visits an alternative practitioner. I've only been going to see him for a month and he's changed my life, she says excitedly. She rattles on about diets, treatments, and manipulations that have made her feel great. But is he a doctor? Annie asks. Oh no, her colleague replies. He says doctors just dispense pills and doesn't understand the natural cycles of the body. He's a healer. Should Annie follow her colleague's advice, or should she stick to her doctor's diagnosis and recommendations? Ooh. I feel attacked. Who put me in this? Oh my god, you guys. That's also me. You eat 99% of protein. Someone definitely stole your patient profile, put it in here. I mean, I'm not attacking anyone. Play doggo, need to go gym. Yeah. It's time to simple slander. And beef is a veggie. No, Unreeves, it's not a veggie. And he needs a new friend. Oh god, you guys. Hello, Night Gaming. You had surgery? Surgery? Yesterday? Are you feeling okay? Go for the healer. It sounds like one of your subjects. It kinda does. He's a healer, Jesus! I mean, Jesus kind of did market himself as a healer, didn't he? Gotta give those scammers so big. Yeah! Thank you for the head pets. Yeah! Anyways, Annie needs a better friend. A good friend will be like, let's do this together. I'll come with you and help you make better food or go to the gym with you. Yeah! Yeah! So it's not so scary making changes. Yeah. No? Not gaming? You're not okay? Yeah, thank you for the head pats. And welcome back. Don't get me wrong, there are some great holistic care people out there who teach yoga, meditation, blah blah blah. It always sticks to professional advice. There's no shortcuts. I hate how this person's logic is, doctor said I should do X, but I don't like that, so without even trying, gonna find another doctor to give me an answer I like. Just labeling someone a healer and then paying him more money for what a good friend should be working with is a bit, Isn't that just called a lifestyle coach? See, that's the thing. So from all of your answers, the impression I'm getting is that most of you here who have answered so far is not in favor of going to this healer person that's not a doctor. Am I correct in saying that? Wait, I should do a poll. I should do a poll. Yes. Does Annie go to healer? Yes and no. Those are your two options, people. Let's go. We'll get some statistics on it. Surgery go good, but you don't feel good? Oh, I'm glad surgery went well though, Night Gaming. That means you're one step closer to feeling better. As long as surgery went well, you will slowly start feeling better. It just kind of sucks for the first, like, probably week or so, to be honest. Is this a healer pyramid scheme? Oh, go to therapy, figure out shit. Oh no. You passed an advert claiming that acupuncture could cure allergic reactions. That is an interesting claim to make. Use the money on KFC instead of a healer. Hacking love alternative medicine. Oh, joy. I mean, you gotta help out the jobless people. Am I legally allowed to vote yes? Rita, that would be, I'd be interested in hearing why you would vote yes. Here, girl, this ain't some MMO. Some pharmacies and also pyramid schemes like OxyContin. It's interesting that you say that, Cuppy. Why do you think OxyContin is a pyramid scheme? I'd say yes, no reason to go to both. That's fair. How much longer do we have? We have not that much long to go. Takatama, hello, welcome to stream. We're doing a little bit of philosophy today. Because OxyContin was dangerous, but they marketed it as otherwise, and the only people that profited was the pharmaceutical company. The sellers were all told lies. Oh, that's a shame. So, you're ready? You're ready. We're ready. For people who are interested in weight loss, I assure you acupuncture is a great way to guarantee you lose about 50 USD or more. So the overwhelming response here is that Annie does not go to the healer. 80%, and we have 2 people who says yes, go to the healer. And I've already got Piff saying that he would pick going to both, which is fair, yeah. So, what does the book say about alternative therapies? Alternative therapists are not qualified physicians, but they often present themselves as such. As they do not follow the same ethical protocols as doctors, do they mislead and potentially harm their patients? I voted yes without knowing what the poll was talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. The poll was talking about Annie, who's got a myriad of little niggling complaints that doesn't sound life-threatening. And she's been told by her doctor that she needs to do some lifestyle changes because she spends too much time at her computer, doesn't eat well, doesn't get exercise, doesn't go out and touch some grass. And so she's not happy with the answer, right? And so the question is, does she go to an alternative healer that her friend recommends? I heard eating glue makes you invulnerable to the Rona. Oh my god, pigs! No! We've moved away from eating glue. Yeah, thank you for hairpets. Yeah. Drinking bleach makes you invulnerable. No, you die, Nure. Oh my god, a lobotomy is the only answer. You guys are so extreme. Okay. Now, what does this book say? Breaking the Rules is what it's titled. According to their medical critics, alternative practitioners are by definition unethical, even if they are well-intentioned and believe in the therapies they practice. Although many claim to be medical practitioners, strictly speaking, they do not follow the 4 principles expected of all physicians. In terms of autonomy, they do not provide the necessary information for the patient to give his or her informed consent to a treatment. In terms of beneficence, there is little or no scientific evidence to prove these treatments offer more than emotional comfort and the placebo effect. And in terms of non-maleficence, they may prevent patients from obtaining real treatments and subject to ineffective or harmful ones. Okay. I think maybe at this point we should pause there and go through the 4 principles of medical ethics, so that we're all kind of on the same page as to what this guy is talking about. Yeah? Successfully eating a Tide Pod makes you immortal. Wait a minute. What? I'm going to make the unpopular opinion. There's absolutely a reason to not go to the healer. Let's say you have some kind of issue that is gradually getting worse due to lifestyle, and if you waste time going to a healer, by the time you realize it isn't helping you, may now need more invasive procedures due to it escalating while you were wasting time. What are ethics? Don't know what it is. Oh no. The general rule is if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Yes, that is definitely true. If it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. Can you go to your FF14, Eli? I don't know if you've got an FF14 problem, maybe. Now, let us look at medical ethics. Principles of medical ethics. The principles, the 4 founding principles, the 4 pillars of medical ethics are, the first one, this person has like put it wrong, but the first pillar is non-maleficence, which means to do no harm. You do not do something that is going to cause more harm than good. And then the second one is beneficence. So this is actually the wrong way around. Beneficence, giving a benefit, right? Autonomy, giving the person the freedom to choose wisely with all the information about both choices. And justice. Justice is always a little bit of a tricky one to understand, I guess. But justice in medicine is basically about ensuring that everyone has fair and equal access to medicine. So, you know, people who are poor versus people who are rich. Why is it that only rich people can access medicines, for example? Or racial differences, you know, like indigenous health. Why is in Australia, for example, indigenous long lifespans so much shorter than non-indigenous peoples? Is that fair? There's a lot of things that affect, there's a lot of factors that affect that, but the thing about medicine is it needs to make sure that everyone has the same level of access and care, lack of judgment, and freedom to choose. And that is our 4 pillars of medical ethics. Does that make sense so far? May I ask if you miss me though, due to help? I didn't understand the question, sorry. Just drink a healing potion. You thought the first one was autonomy? No, Rita, the first one is actually non-maleficence. But they're all kind of equally important, let's be honest. Due to that, may I help you? Or is that a no? Wait, I don't understand the question, Devastator. I'm sorry. Also, the cat is cute. Yeah, she's my cat. I like to bother her when she's sleeping. Because I don't have the culture to deal with Western culture and consumption. Wait, I don't really know what you're talking about now either, Cuppy. I feel like I got lost somewhere in the conversation. Makes sense. It's pretty straightforward. Yeah. Number 1, you do no harm. Number 2, you try to do good. Number 3, you make sure that the person you're trying to help is able to say whether or not they want your help. And number 4, you make sure that everyone has equal access to health equity. It's great. Mia's so cute. Yeah, Mia's so cute. Glad to agree no one cares about justice, but that's the thing, Rita. People should care more about justice in medicine. We should be making sure that not only, you know, rich people get access to medicine, and this is why I do not like private health, all right? This is why I disagree with private health insurance, private health coverage, etc., etc., etc. It does not, to me, feel good that someone who can afford to pay more money is therefore able to access other life-saving or life quality saving procedures medications, all of those. Like, as human, we should all be equal enough to be able to access continuing life prolonging and life quality medicines and or procedures, right? Our government is moving towards private health. Yeah, the Australian government is starting to like try and push more for private health, and it really kind of sucks. They really want you to push private health. They subsidize private health. Private health, when you access it, still takes money out of our Medicare, and I do not agree with that. But you know, gotta go sleep. Good night, pigs. Good night. Sleep well and sweet dreams. I hope you have a good sleep. Don't let the spiders bite. Make sure to stay rugged up, or if it's warm where you are, stay cool. Sleep well. Also a hot tip, if you need medication from a pharmacy, ask for the non-branded version. Does the same thing and cheap AF. I think Kapi, that for in general, that's probably going to work for maybe about like 80% of the population. However, some people will find that they are either allergic to certain brands, or there are also generics that are biosimilars but not equivocal in their efficacy, and that's an interesting thing as well. Bite the spiders before they bite you. Yeah, just eat them. Extra protein. Yum. Pharmacies want to sell the expensive shit, but ask for the cheap stuff. It's subsidized so they don't widely advertise. I mean, unless your doctor says this, take this brand. Yeah. Sometimes the brand itself, usually the branded stuff is the company that first created that drug, so of course they have a patent for the first, usually 5 to 10 years or so, and until that patent expires, only that brand can be sold, and therefore they try and recoup some of the costs of making the drug that way. And then after that, the patent expires and everything goes out to the world to be made by non-branding companies for hopefully cheaper, so that more people can access it. This is great. That's so wild. Pharmacists here will open with, hey, do you mind generic or do you need specific? Yeah, so my pharmacists as well, the ones that I work with, will usually ask whether you want a generic or specific. If people specifically ask for a brand, like they go to the pharmacist and say, can I get some Panadol, please? The pharmacist will be like, do you want Panadol specifically? And then, people will either say yes, no, whatever, right? Is the patent usually not longer, like 25 years or so? It depends on what it is, pigs. It depends. Yeah. I'm not fully familiar with how long patencies are or anything like that. But I'm pretty sure it's a minimum of like 5 years or so, but then they have to negotiate the patent as well, I think. Depending on what drug it is, etc., etc. Patent laws are weird. Yeah, all I know is that there are patents. Once the patent expires, you can have generics, which is great because they're cheaper. Because the knowledge and technology is already out there. Like, I understand why companies create patents to try and recoup losses, make some profit, make shareholders happy, and so that they have funding for the next drug project, whatever it is. And sometimes it can take years and years, like 10 years to make a new drug. And a lot of money goes into that as well. So I understand, I understand the need for it. They are very important. But if you can't afford to pay for branded things, the generics are really life-saving. Hurts your head? Yeah, it hurts your head. Makes sense, the need to recuperate costs. It still sucks that might mean the medicine could be less accessible. Yeah. And usually at that point, that's when you hope that your government will step in and at least subsidize some of that medicine because it cares about its people, right? Patents for pharmaceuticals should be illegal, but then Kapi, who is going to take the initiative to spend all that money to try and find new medications that work? You know, unless they have all the government grants, and let's be honest, governments don't grant a lot of money to research. The budget for research is extremely small. I live about 20 minutes from the Eli Lilly. Is that what they call? Is that how they pronounce it? Eli Lilly pharmaceutical. It's really interesting how it all works. Insulin was originally not supposed to be patented, but the inventors got in a fight for credit. Oh, that's always a bit rough, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, if you have public healthcare, the government can just cover the cost of the branded stuff to make it equal to generics and then problem solve. Yeah, so in Australia, that's what we do, Saiju. We've got pretty good public healthcare. And when there is evidence for a new drug that has just come out that is newly patented, and a lot of the examples will be the cancer drugs that come out, because like literally every year, I swear, there's a new cancer drug, and I have to memorize all of it, and it gives me the shits because they all sound so similar. But when they come out and they cost like $20,000 per week, we still pay nothing because our government will cover it, and the oncologists that say this will work better for you than the old drug will submit an approval process, and it's actually pretty good as long as they also submit the evidence for why this drug works better, right? And you get approved pretty quickly. 20k per week. Oh, Nure, you don't know how much those drugs cost, do ya? 20k per week is probably not even the maximum amount of money for a medication. But yeah, there are drugs that are quite costly, especially when they first come out. Yeah. But then how much can you put on the price of a life? Can you put a price on life as well? It's a bit of a philosophical question there too, isn't it? Ain't nobody gonna develop meds if they can't get paid for it. Even taking a for-profit business out of the loop, there is at least the cost of the people actually doing the work. Exactly. You gotta pay people to do the work, right? Volunteering is great and all, but volunteering only really works if you already have all your other needs covered. That's just very expensive to cover. Opponents will say it's too expensive in something like national debt. Yes, pick something. That's the thing, right? It's expensive. However, that's what our taxes are for. And that's why I really like our Medicare system and our tax system in Australia. Yes, we do sometimes go up to 45% of income is taxed, but it's a graduated system, so it's fine. Like, and it pays for all my healthcare. So one day, if I do get into the shits, a heart transplant is not going to cost me, $1 billion debt or something. American healthcare system, I hear a lot of things that are not great. I don't work in it. I hear a lot of doctors who have to really fight administration and insurance just to get their patients on a basic medication that will help them. And that makes me really sad. Pharma is big money, but so is medical devices. Yeah, everything is healthcare is expensive, yeah. American healthcare, it can be around $100,000 a pill here. Yeah, insulin in America is pretty expensive. So are asthma inhalers. And asthma is pretty common. Diabetes is pretty common. And let's be honest, insulin has been around for like how long now? It shouldn't be that expensive anymore. I say it's not so much the price of life so much as prolonging it. But Nure, who are you to judge whether one's life is worth prolonging or not? Right? The idea of, oh, I broke my leg, time to be homeless is terrifying. Yeah, it's kind of really scary. Like, what if you end up with so much debt? As American, healthcare here is atrocious. Just to ride an ambulance, it's frequently 4K just for the ride. Whoosh, it's a bit rough. I think here in Australia, if you ride the ambulance for a non-emergency issue, like a lot of old people do, it's about $500 to $1,000. However, if it was a Category 1 ambulance call, you don't get charged anything. People were smuggling insulin from Mexico. Oh my god! That's pretty rough. I don't know. Is that true? You are specifically referencing chemotherapy. Oh, sorry. In context of what? It can be around 100k. Yes. 100k a pill specifically for chemotherapy. Yes. And sometimes the oncologist here tells that to the patients as well when they ask. You're like, how much is this medicine? Oh, it's just 100 grand a pill. Don't worry about it. Just don't lose your pills because it's very, very important. Right? So much first. Fwees first. Hello, the Fwee. How are you, the Fwee? Rita's last? No, you're not last, Rita. You're still here. Might as well cycle to the hospital. Heaven forbid you need a helicopter evac. I feel like, for us at least, our rural flying doctor service is covered by the government. Yeah, and Lottery West, which is one of the companies under the government, but they raise money and they support things like, rural flying doctors, and they get sponsored by private companies as well and such. So for us, airborne evac is covered. Sure, anything that can be acquired more inexpensively in one place will get smuggled into another place. Happens with everything from insulin to cigarettes. That's true also. But it does seem pretty unfair that life-prolonging necessities like insulin needs to be smuggled in from another place. You know what I mean? People, if they don't have insulin, there are people who will literally die. And it's not like you will die from not smoking cigarettes or other luxury goods or drugs or anything like that. But insulin is pretty necessary. To each their own cases. Holding life and death can be very, very complicated. You sure hit that on the head there, Nure. You need to sleep. Good night, pigs. Good night. We have to pay for the helicopter trip. Do you, whelp? Whereabouts are you? Ethics taking notes on this for sure. But maybe that's why Australians are more reckless. We're like, no worries, mate. We'll just get taken to the hospital for free. So just send it. Yeah. I feel like there needs to be a balance, right? There needs to be a balance. Also remember something where insulin pumps were so expensive that some people were making plans to DIY them so people could make their own on the cheap. Oh. Scary. Insulin pumps are now covered for certain diabetics under what do you call it? Under our government system, Medicare now, Zaiju, which is good. Not all diabetics, but some diabetics, and you really have to demonstrate being able to handle an insulin pump, because it's not quite straightforward as well having a pump, right? Yes, you're guilty of getting insulin from Mexico and bringing it to the States, but that's the thing, right, Plop? Like, if you need it, it's life-saving, you need it to live, I can understand why people would do it. It's not just for fun, it's a matter of life and death, and if you cannot afford to live because you can't afford the drug, then you would try some other way of getting it, right? I don't know if you guys have heard of this movie. Oh, what was that movie with that guy? The guy, Denzel Washington? Can't remember what that movie was called. Which one was it? Was it John Q? Was it this one? Which one was this one? Oh, this one. Yes, I watched this movie. I don't know if you guys have heard of this movie John Q before. It explores medical ethics a little bit in a very dramatized fashion, right? But there are some aspects in there which, it It really makes you wonder, you know? It really makes you wonder. It's a terrible view of life, but I think people are greedy enough to want to profit from literally anything, even at the cost of humanity. You're probably also right there, Nure. I think there's going to be a spectrum, right? There's always going to be a spectrum of really generous people and really greedy people. You can't put people into boxes one way or another. It's a bit hard to just generalize. But what are the alternatives to an insulin pump? I don't really understand diabetes. So that movie was fun. Did you watch it, Sleep Rules? How did you feel about it? It made me feel so conflicted with myself, you know? So conflicted. Alright, do you wanna watch the trailer? Will my stream get like cut because I showed a trailer? It shouldn't be, right? Like, it's free on thingy thing. We're not watching the whole movie, we're just watching the trailer. Okay, we'll just watch the trailer. But John Q is essentially a story about a guy.
Well, who am I speaking to?
John Q.
I assume since all the doors are locked, this is a hostage situation. Is that correct?
Okay. Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. I know you do things your own way.
Blood pressure is dropping fast. He's going into cardiac arrest.
But I don't understand.
Mike's heart is useless. He's going to need a transplant or he's going to die.
What made Mike so sick?
Transplant surgery is very expensive.
We got insurance.
There are no provisions in your policy for a procedure of this magnitude.
All right, you want money? I'll get you your money. We've recently switched carriers.
We only give assistance to patients without coverage. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Have you tried Medicaid?
No, you don't qualify.
My son is dying, I'm broke. If I don't qualify, who the hell does?
I've done everything I can do. I'm sorry.
Please.
They are releasing him. Now you need to do something.
I'll take care of it.
Hear me? Do something.
The hospital's under new management now. Everybody does exactly what I say, nobody will get hurt.
More hurt.
I want my kid's name on the donors list.
This is gonna end up bad for you, John.
Police will do whatever is necessary to preserve the lives of these hostages.
They're telling me I gotta take my son home and watch him die.
If you could speak to John Q right now, what would you say to him?
I'm there with you and you take care.
5:15, Frank. Something happens for me.
Are you praying for her, baby?
Yes, I'm praying, sweetheart.
He's a good kid. You'd like him.
I am not gonna bury my son. I got a shot at this guy and I'm gonna take it. My son is gonna bury me.
Take the shot.
How's it gonna end, John?
I don't know.
Like, even this trailer is enough to make me feel like, oh my god, you know? You feel like they showed the whole show. I mean, that's the whole premise, right? That's the whole premise, is that this poor guy whose son is dying and he's not covered to receive the treatment that he so desperately needs to live, and this is a child, right? And so 90s movies, your favorite. This was such a good movie. It made me cry like so many times. Actually, even just watching the trailer brings tears. Denzel Washington is an amazing actor. Hello, Yuna. How are you? Welcome. We are discussing ethics a little bit at the moment. And that's why you never watch trailers. I didn't think it was going to give you everything, right? But yeah, it's basically, the whole premise is basically, if you have money, your son will live. And that really sucks. You know? Can you imagine if you've got a kid and they tell you your kid's gonna die unless you can pay? You know? Is it ethical to even ask for payment first before treatment? I don't think it is. I don't think it's ethical at all. You've got some family who's already so stressed about being sick, and then you are putting them into debt and telling them, you know, it makes it makes it even worse. It makes it awful. I can't imagine if they tell me Mia needs surgery for something because, you know, she's got a bowel problem or something, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pay for it. I don't have pet insurance, but I'd still pay for it, and I can afford to. Luckily, I can afford to. But if I couldn't, I'd be pretty devastated. You know? So I hope Mia lives a long and healthy life, and that's why I try and make sure that she gets the good food, and I play with her so she gets exercise, and she doesn't go out so that she doesn't get into fights with other cats and all of those other things, right? I hope she lives a long and healthy life until she's over 25 years old, and then I'll gladly let her go if she wants to go, right? Right. You will have a friend who went skiing in Canada, broke his arm, ambulance wouldn't take him unless he could pay for it up front. Oh my god, Fui, that sounds horrible. Can you imagine? You're there, you're in awful pain, because I don't know if you've broken an arm before or any other bone, but like breaking an arm's pretty painful, and you're there going like, I need to get this freaking fixed, and I need painkillers, and I need to like get out of the snow, and the ambulance is like, nah, sorry mate, you gotta pay first. Here, give me your credit card, swipe here, and then we'll take you to hospital. What the shit? He had to call his parents at 3 a.m. in the morning to get his dad's credit card? Oh my god, that's kind of awful. That is awful. That is insane. Do you know how much it cost for you? Sheesh. Sheesh. The trailer was oddly stressful and upsetting. Yeah, it upsets me as well. It stresses me out and it upsets you. And I'm like, if I was a doctor in that situation, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna try and pay for you. But then I don't know if I can cover the cost of a heart transplant. I don't think I earn that much. I don't earn enough to cover for it. Even if I was the one doing the transplant, I might not. Wouldn't it be an oath violation to deny treatment? That is what you think, right? Well, that is what you think. However, the doctor is not the one usually making the decision, unfortunately. And like I said, I would if I could. But what if I can't as well? Yeah. Yeah. $500? $500 for an ambulance ride, and they wouldn't take him. Oh my god. How can you be in a medical service and be like, yo, you paying now? Have a good one, bye? Because Eska, those policies are enforced by, you know, top-down management, and if you are working on the ground and you do not get that payment first, you get fired, and then you can't. What if you can't find another job? That kind of really sucks too. Kind of really sucks. Travel insurance covered it, but it was the fact that they wouldn't take him in the ambulance. I think because he wasn't dying enough. Oh my god. Still, a broken arm is painful, but it's not life-threatening. That is true. They said if he couldn't pay, he'd have to take the bus. Oh my god. What if he broke his leg instead? If you really want to lose faith in that system, Google the cost of childbirth in the US. Yeah, I don't really want to look up the cost of childbirth in the US, I'll be honest, because childbirth is already stressful enough. To have to add cost on top of that, like, I can see why so many people do not have adequate prenatal or postnatal care. And then you think about like trying to access birth control, and it's kind of yikes in there as well, isn't it? BRB, Nito String. Oh, thanks, Yuna. Top-down management sucks. Yeah, top-down management. I always feel like managers at least need to work the floor at least once a month, right? I feel like emergency medicine like that shouldn't be for profit in the first place. It shouldn't. But it kind of is in some places. Get good, get rich. Yikes. But what if you can't get rich? You'd rather stay ignorant? Yeah, I would rather stay ignorant too. That was in Canada, not the US, which surprised you. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised as well because Canada has reciprocal arrangements with Australia, I thought, with regards to healthcare. But it might be that ambulance service is separate to the healthcare arrangements. Like, you know how ambulance services here in Western Australia is actually separate from our public healthcare Medicare. So you might actually get hit with an ambulance bill in Western Australia here. Usually not. If like it was like a category 1 life and death situation, you won't. But for things like, oh, I have heard these, all right? I have heard these calls of little old ladies who call the paramedics because I'm a bit lonely tonight and I'm a bit scared living on my own, and so I thought I'll call the ambulance. It's kind of a bit cute, but also a bit like, oh my god, really? Anyways. I'll be upset you don't recommend that search. I know I'll be upset, so I won't do that search. Because of healthcare being free, only the emergency layer of life-threatening are covered in Canada. Yeah. Like, it makes sense. Life-threatening emergencies, sure. But it's a bit like... It doesn't make you feel good, right? It doesn't make you feel good. You've heard those stories too, Rita? Yeah, there's definitely those stories going around. But also, when an ambulance crew gets called to the same house for the same little old lady, like 2 nights in a row, that's when they bring her to hospital and say, I think this lady is not coping at home. She might need more services. She might need to go to a nursing home. You know, and we deal with that. And she probably may get charged for the first ambulance ride, but probably not the second, you know? Probably. I don't really know, to be honest. What about preventative healthcare that could have avoided that life-saving surgery? But Ploppy, tell me, how many of you guys here actually go and see a GP when you are still feeling well? Let's make that a poll. First question, all right. Do you have a family doctor of your own? Do you have a regular family doctor who knows you, who knows your name, who knows what you look like, who knows what you do for work, etc., etc.? Not just a random doctor that you just see once in a blue moon when you need a script for something, right? Do you have one of those family doctors? Part of the problem in the US is just sheer population. We always have ideas to do things, but execution, considering that Australia has half the population of California and Canada has almost the same population as that state. I don't think that is all piff. I think part of the problem in the US is not just sheer population. I think there are a lot of factors affecting healthcare in the US. The USA calls it a PCP. What does PCP stand for? I don't understand what PCP is. Oh, I should have turned off the extra votes. Sorry, my bad. I didn't think about that. I'll be honest, you lost health insurance. Do you need health insurance? Do you need health insurance? You're not living in USA, can I not vote? No, everyone should vote. Everyone should vote. I have a family doctor that I see. Yes, I did recently just change from one that practiced 45 minutes away to one that only practices about 10 minutes away from me, so it's a lot closer, right? But yes, I have a family doctor. I feel like Athie is judging me. Rita, I'm not judging anyone, but this is the thing. We're talking about preventative care to try and avoid expensive, life-saving surgery, blah, blah, blah. However, I think a lot of people don't even think about their health and take for granted what good health they have until they run into trouble. And then they're like, oh shit, it costs so much money. And even like 70% of the people here who have voted don't have a general practitioner. And that's possibly where a lot of preventative health comes from. The big part of a GP's practice is supposed to be about preventative health care. Things like checking your blood pressure, making sure your blood pressure is under control, checking your blood sugars and making sure your diabetes is under control so you don't suffer the long-term side effects, checking to see whether or not you smoke and why you smoke, and trying to get you the help that you need so that you can quit smoking so that you don't get lung cancer in the future, you know? All of those sorts of things falls under the domain of a GP. How many people have GPs? Doesn't seem like a lot. Yeah, you kind of do need doctors, not in your budget to be able to afford it even with subsidies. And that's the thing. Should healthcare be so expensive that you need insurance to be able to afford to see a doctor? I don't know. Ease of litigation and intimate involvement with insurance companies shapes the entire healthcare system in the US. It's nuts. Primary care physician. Oh, makes sense. But primary care is a lot about preventative care. Salini, good afternoon. The vote was about whether or not you have a primary care practitioner or a general practitioner or a family doctor, whichever it's called in your area, right? Also referring back to the ambulance thing, I feel like charging for ambulance trips for silly stuff like, hey, I'm lonely, send some, is an issue of dispatching ambulances for things when they're not really needed. But that's the thing, Zaiju, right? When somebody calls 000 for an ambulance, they'll tell the person on the other line that they are sick. They may not specify how they're sick. They might just say, I'm really sick, send help. And the person on the other line does not have any other context. They don't have a camera to see how you look or how well you are. They just know that you're sick. If you repeat and keep saying you're sick, they're gonna think something's really wrong and they might prioritize sending the ambulance quicker. Yeah? Is family doctor the same as a GP? Yeah, a family doctor is the same as a GP. You have a GP you see semi-frequently. Yay! We got one person! Yay! We don't even go for checkups until you feel something is wrong. That's the thing. A lot of us take our good health for granted and don't go for checkups, right? Trying to be healthy is a bit hard. Do you need to check those things? Check what, Salini? Check what? Hi, Hoonie! Am I your GP? Oh no! I can't treat friends. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I mean, I can give advice, but I can't, like, be your GP. Also, I think one issue is a lot of insurance, don't know personally, someone correct you, don't cover preventative measures. The idea being they only pay out when there's no other options, while regular dentist appointments, if you might not have an issue, only get a dentist. But that's so stupid, right? Because preventative care has been shown long term to reduce costs of whatever it is that you need in the future. Ambulances are generally not just for company. Yeah, they're not, right, New Ray? They're not. But, you know, maybe that lady has dementia. I don't know. You don't know. Nobody knows. I'm not sure I do or not. You only know you have insurance. If anything happened, you go to a private hospital. Are you in somewhere that you could go to a public hospital instead, Salini? Are you in an area or in a position where you could feel like your health will still be looked after even if you don't have insurance? All my insides are on the outside, send help. Good health is stretching it. You eat and exercise, that's about it. Good health is a little bit subjective, that is true. Your family has a GP, but you haven't seen them in years. Oh, Lily! Lily. Oh no, unfriend. Oh my god, Hoodie. Hoodie, would you really unfriend me just so I can be your GP? Wow. Wow, I'm Australian, so I feel bad for those Americans in chat. Be 1000% dead if you're American. Oh no. Oh no, Zaiju. It feels so bad. But yes. Anyways. I'll be honest, I have private insurance. Even though I am in Australia. I have family members who do not have private insurance, but I know that they can go to a public hospital and be treated and have exact same quality of care, maybe even a little bit better quality of care, who knows, even without that. And that makes me happy to live here and get taxed more. You know, you'll be treated, yeah, but you'll be in a lot of debt. Oh no, Hyper. Oh no, that sounds scary. Medicare is an easy win. Yeah, Australia's Medicare system is really good, I'll be honest. And our drugs are subsidized. It's great. It's great. Private is less wait time for optional surgery. That is also true. Like non-life threatening but makes your quality of life better surgery. That's what private is for. Things like, I don't know, liposuction. You know? The public hospital isn't that great, to be honest. Most people just go private for that reason alone, because of bad service. What do you mean by bad service? Is it less effective care, or is it they're not as nice to you / feed you as nice food as a public hospital? At least the debt will not be your problem. It'll be your grandchildren's problem. Pass it along to those little shits. Oh my god, Whelp. Oh my god. I don't have private insurance, but still often will go to private specialists. Having a mental health emergency, being told, yeah, see you in 6 months. Yeah, that is always a little bit rough. Mental health is not well covered anywhere in the world. And I think it's because it's a relatively young specialty, in that it's only been in the last like less than 100 years or so that mental health was recognized as like a proper, you know, proper medical area of expertise, and there started being proper diagnoses for mental health. People don't just say you're having the hysterics and give you a snort of cocaine or something like that. Yeah, I think that's partially because mental health as a specialty as a whole is still fairly young. Greetings, doctor. Can you come? Hi, Oleg. Welcome. Come in. Yeah, come in. So that might also affect it a little bit. There's also a lot of stigma about mental health and mental health access and all of those things. So there's not great supports in place. There are so many issues with mental health. Oh my god. Sheesh. Don't get me started on that. I have private health insurance because it allows me to choose my doctor. And I'll be honest, I work in a hospital. In a hospital, and I don't want to have another doctor that I work with have to examine or treat me for whatever reason, because like, what if I have to expose my bits to them? I don't want them seeing my private bits. And so like that just makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable. So I will pick a doctor that I do not know personally. That's a little bit that's a little bit better. And then that's why I have private health insurance, just so that my colleagues do not see my bits. I'm not comfortable with that. Bits! Oh my god! Yes, bits. I said bits because I didn't want to like specify which bits, you know? Mental health is also kind of ambiguous to diagnose from a numbers standpoint. Nobody wants to support it. Yeah, mental health is difficult to treat as well as to diagnose. Asians don't need mental health, we just need to drink water. More like Asians don't believe in mental health. in Australia, at least one issue is it's really hard to actually be a psychologist to provide services. You had a cousin who had just one part left, a master's, to be a psychologist, but due to the cost involved, she wasn't covered by HECS anymore. Would have to pay completely out of pocket and make it. Oh no! Oh no, Zaiju, that's awful. I would have thought that HECS, you can appeal or something for that, couldn't you? Before I turned 30, made major lifestyle changes, permanent diet changes, learned to enjoy exercise. That's great! Hypermature extreme, that's amazing. That's amazing. Who wants to work with the gynecologist? Yeah, nobody, right? Nobody. Hey Barry, can you check my breasts for cancer? Go to another state for a doctor. But Jason, WA is so far away from any other state. And what if I have to see them weekly? I have to fly out every week. I might as well just move somewhere else. Mental health is just as essential. Yeah, it's only in the last less than 50 years that the biopsychosocial model of health has been postulated. Let's actually have a look. When exactly? Biopsychosocial model of health. Just a couple of bros checking each other's balls for cancer. I mean, yes, you guys should be checking your private bits for changes. It's not so much whether one is, bigger than the other, but any changes that's different over time. Drink hot water. That's it. Yeah, oh my god. Asian parents, man, they think hot water is a cure for everything. I don't understand. It's a guy thing, you girls wouldn't understand. There's like an upper limit of HECS debt you're allowed to get before they cut it off. At least that's how it was explained to you. Is there an upper limit though, Zaiju? Because I did an undergrad program and then I did a postgrad program. And my total time was 8 years in what do you call it? In uni. I was covered for all of it still. And medicine's not cheap, Medicine is one of the higher costing degrees in Australia. You be my GP, Rita? Oh, Rita! Thank you for the offer. Me drinking hot water right now to treat my COVID. Flee! Oh my god. Don't forget the Vicks. Oh my god, yes. Don't forget the Vicks. Gotta put the Vicks on your chest to heat your chest up or something like that, I heard the more you nut, the lower your chances of prostate cancer. I don't know about that, to be honest. I'm not quite sure of the data about that. Yeah. JK, you don't live in WA. Dodged. Med talk. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of it was supposed to be just philosophy, Honestly speaking, public hospitals here can be understaffed and the waiting times can be huge. And if you have any specific surgery needed, you go to a specialist hospital. In private hospital, you can go in. Price difference is quite higher. Oh, I see. I think public hospitals here are also super understaffed and the waiting times are super long, yes. But yeah. And that's why there was a push towards private health, but I disagree with it. I just think they need to put all that money that they're investing into private health into building more facilities, training more staff, and trying to smooth out our current health system. That's what I think. But hey, I'm not a politician. What do I know? Maybe I don't actually know anything, right? I take medication for mental health, and one thing that boggles me is when people are like, you shouldn't take that, you should just exercise more. And I want to ever tell diabetic, don't take insulin, you just need to eat healthier, silly. Oh no, Saiju, I am so sorry if people have been saying that to you. Yeah. Yikes. The 3 vaccinations you got before helped a bit. Yeah, they did. So the thing, mental health, I think there is not one or another. If you need, certainly getting some exercise helps mental health issues in general. But to actually be able to get the energy and motivation to go and get that exercise, some people do need medications to help as well. The ideal is that long term you don't need the medication to control your health issues. Oh, Silverfax74, hello, thank you for the follow. The ideal, not just for mental health, to be honest, the ideal is that in the long term you don't need all of these medications for whatever your health problems are. However, if it has been shown that you need to take that medication because it prolongs your health, reduces your disability from whatever health condition you have, then maybe, yes, you should continue to take the medication. It's not like, I disagree with extremes of one or the other. Like, I don't think exercise is the be all and end all to, fix mental health problems. But I think people with mental health issues do need to try, actually people with any issues really, do need to try and get some moderate level exercise in, because it does still help, including in mental health, right? It's just not all of, it's not the whole picture. We're talking about holistic health. We're not talking about just pills. I'm sure if there was a pill that was invented out there that you could take and that would just fix all of your problems, as long as you had that pill, the person who invented it would have made a lot of money. That does not happen. We are so off topic. What was the topic? The topic was initially ethics in medicine, but You mean like not enough staff, increased pay, suddenly more staff will appear? Yeah, so not enough staff, not just because of the pay, I think, but because of the actual positions that are available and training opportunities. A lot of people have to go overseas or interstate to get the training opportunities they want to progress in their careers. There's a lot of redundancies in the system, for example, in terms of working effectively. There's just a whole bunch of problems, man. There's not enough hospital beds, for example, Anyways. Gotta go clean, bye, Ray. You had fun chatting. I'm glad you had fun chatting. Dear. Mental health is a huge issue in Malaysia as well. A lot of traditional parents are not supporting this kind of struggle, so it's really a pain in the ass. Yeah, that's the problem, is that mental health as a whole subject, a whole topic, a whole health issue on its own has only really become apparent and acknowledged in the last few decades of life. And there are still, people out there who don't believe things like depression exists. Because they were just brought up that way. So it is hard, and I think in the future, as the stigma around mental health decreases, the acceptance around mental health issues increases, I would hope that mental health care receives the attention that it deserves, and the facilities, the funding, and all of the things that it deserves as well. Some people miss the fact that you're putting the cart in front of the horse. You think I wouldn't already be doing that? It was that easy? Yeah. I mean, your health is a very personal thing for you as a person, and it's a subjective thing as well. Some people might think that having, all limbs attached is being healthy. I don't know. I don't know. And some people might think not needing to take any medications means you're healthy. I don't know about that either. Yeah. You would have done it if it worked, and that's why we're talking the alternatives for any support. It's way better than those who speak and don't think. Yeah, it is a bit hard. We do always look for a simple solution. It's almost never just one thing. I agree, and this is the case with Annie as well. Trying to get back to this philosophy discussion here about Annie and finding a healer. This is why I hate the stimulant market, because they prescribe first and ask questions later. There are always going to be people who prescribe first and ask questions later. It's not great. Even in medicine, there's always going to be doctors who are like, here, just have a prescription, it'll make you feel better. And there are always going to be patients as well who think, if I don't get a prescription from my doctor, whatever he says is not effective. He or she says it's not going to be effective. As long as we're having fun, it can't be off topic. Are we having fun, Lily? Do you think we're having fun? I hope we are. I hope you are. I'm having fun, certainly. Dear. Less processed food, less sugar, more Beat Saber. That's your prescription. That's an excellent prescription. Hypervisual extreme. I'd be happy with that prescription. If private hospitals miraculously have more staff than public, suspect pay issues, similar problems to teachers, and yeah, I think the good thing about private hospitals is that if they don't have the staff to staff that particular area, they just close the whole area down. I know of surgical lists that have been cancelled because there's no, not enough surgical nurses to support that list on that day or something like that. Oh, Wahoo69, thank you for the follow. So it's not just all about pay, right? But I think it's because private hospitals have the luxury to be able to shut down parts of their service if they don't have anyone to staff it. Whereas public hospitals, you can't just shut down the emergency surgery just because you don't have the staff. The people are still coming in with emergencies. Like, it doesn't quite work that way. Ooh, you think that bioengineering... I missed this comment about bioengineering. Where is this comment about bioengineering? Do you think bioengineering will be the future of all healthcare? Can you expand on that, Whelp? What do you mean? Believe that would be the future as well, and hopefully it can be operational everywhere soon. I don't know about soon, that's the problem. Joe's Mama 13, hello, welcome. I think you should watch Jurassic World in 1 minute. It's really funny. Is it a YouTube video or something? You know what helps with my mental health? Personally, 6 pieces of fried chicken for just $13.40 at Red Rooster. Oh, yo, right again. The Red Rooster fried chicken is actually quite yummy. I would actually rate it better than KFC. You heard it here. I have no shame in admitting that. Yep. In moderation, yeah, in moderation. You need a hot cup of Chinese tea to cure all mental health. Oh my god, Celine. But tea is very soothing for me, personally. So I like it. Like chocolate? Chocolate. If someone with 5+ years of studying or even 10+ years gives you medicine, you should probably take it. I don't know, Iska. I don't know. See, I don't think that there should be blind faith in all of medicine. I always think... even as a doctor, right? I don't want my patients to just blindly do what I say. What I want my patients to do is to ask me, why are you prescribing this medicine? Why this medicine in particular? Why not this other medicine that my friend takes? And when they show an interest in their own health like this, it makes me even more motivated to try and get them on the path to good health. Because that's, if you actually take an interest in your own health and take some responsibility for it, people are going to be more willing to try and help you to get there. You mean like in the US, where people go to doctors for antibiotics in the cold? They don't do that, right? They can't afford it. That happens more commonly in like the Asian countries. Just kept getting larger and larger doses of antidepressants until you saw a psych who realized you had undiagnosed ADHD and everyone had just been trying to treat it like depression, and it was very frustrating. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Saiju. But yeah, like if larger and larger doses don't really work, there's a problem, right? Like a second opinion is never a bad thing. You should never feel bad. Nobody should ever feel bad about wanting a second opinion. If the first opinion that you get does not answer the questions that you have, or does not, feel like it doesn't help. Like you should never be ashamed or ashamed of asking for a second opinion, as long as you're asking that second opinion from someone who is qualified to be giving an opinion. Basilisk 19999, thank you for the follow. Hello. Anyways, I'm a bit slow answering chat. I'm sorry. You have a friend from Iran who said when they got a cold, normal socially expected process was you went to the doctor and got a shot of morphine and then went back to work? Hello? Morphine for a cold? Oh my god. Yeah. Why? Is what I want to know. Why? See, that would make people satisfied with their service. Yeah, I can imagine. Everyone would be very, very, very happy. Sheesh. Sheesh. For just a cold. Oh my god. You know, I know of people who would be having a cold every other day of the week. Yeah. Just saying. Bioengineering macronutrient science? What do you mean? Oh, sheesh. Red Rooster fried chicken, low-key good. Red Rooster better yes! Red Rooster better than KFC. You heard it here, people. You heard it here first. Last few times you've had Red Rooster, it's been bad. Oh no! Did you have the Red Rooster fried chicken, Jason? Tea is better than coffee? I like both, Eska. Hot take here, KFC's terrible. I don't think it's as tasty as some people make it out to be. Yeah, let's just say. It's not a hot take, everyone agrees. I don't think so. I think if you tell that to my hubby, he'd fight you for it. The fried chicken's different. Yeah, the fried chicken's great. Talking about fried chickens, a few cups of coffee during raining times cures your mental health, makes you better. Makes you feel better? Or cures you completely? Early in the pandemic, your friend's dad got sick, went to the doctor, got sent home, later passed away. It turns out the doctor was anti-vax. Oh my god. Yeah, just because they have a degree that says that they are a doctor does not always mean that they are trustworthy. And that's kind of scary. If your health literacy is low, so if you do not understand things about your health or take the time to ask questions about it, you run into these sorts of problems. If you blindly trust, you can run into odd issues. When you were in South Africa for work, all your colleagues were crazy stocking up on codeine because you can't get it in person. Oh my god, can you even bring it in like that? What the heck? Annie should go see the healer. Oh dear, you got a cold but I feel great. Because of all the morphine. Get sick in Japan, take vitamin C 1000, get your ass back to work, you weakling. Oh my gosh. Was codeine that bad? You always felt like everyone kind of overreacted to that, but I'm no expert. Codeine is a dirty drug. A lot of people don't actually metabolize codeine to its actual morphine derivative. And it causes quite bad constipation issues to the point where people can end up in hospital with like pseudo obstruction because they can't poop. But yes, a lot of people don't metabolize the codeine very well, and I think that's the primary issue. And then there is a very, very small percentage of people who are hyper metabolizers, and then they get hit with a huge dose of morphine by taking codeine. Yeah. Expounding on bioengineering, I think that understanding how the body works on a mechanical, electrical, chemical level is super important, especially in neurology. If we have a good understanding that us being people will use technology to provide super in-depth treatment, for example, advanced prosthetic or neurotransmitter adjustment. There's already some things like that. Well, for example, you can get deep brain stimulation for Parkinson's disease. and they implant a little stimulator into your brain, and it helps people move. It is such an amazing thing that you see someone with Parkinson's disease, where advanced Parkinson's disease, it's really hard for them to get moving. They're really stiff, and then they get deep brain stimulation, and suddenly life is so different for them because they can move again. It's great. So yeah, that's part of like well, not really a neurotransmitter, but like, you know, a little bit of bioengineering. Is it? Lobotomy is the answer. Oh my gosh. Rita, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think I want you to be my GP. Just saying. I see you as a very good friend, and I think it would be unethical for you to be my doctor. Guys, run away. Anyways, what were we doing? Oh, we were looking at the biopsychosocial model of health. The biopsychosocial model of health, we're kind of very far off topic now, but the biopsychosocial model of health says that health is governed by these 3 categories, and it's not just about your biology, right? It's not just about your physical whatever, not just about your body. It's a pretty pie chart. It is a pretty pie chart. So health and the biopsychosocial model of health takes into account your biology and your physical body. It also takes into account your psychological health, because mental and emotional wellness does relate to behaviors and does also affect your physical health. And then you also need to look at your social factors and your social determinants of health. For example, if you are in a minority group experiencing a lot of racism, you are more likely to end up getting psychological issues and or biological physical issues as well, and that will impact on your overall health, right? Socially, if you are in an impoverished country, your access to healthcare, preventative healthcare, and all of the things, dental care, anything, may be a lot harder, and so you might find that it's hard to maintain your physical or your mental health. Did stream crash for anyone else? Oh no, I hope it hasn't. I think I'm still working. No? Okay, you guys still okay? Okay, good. We good. Yeah, and other social aspects about health that we don't think about are things like, you know, are you in a metro area versus deep far away in a rural area? Do you have access to clean drinking water, sanitary things? Do you? Because if you don't, you might find it is harder to maintain your physical health and or your mental health as well. I mean, some people like going off grid, but I don't think that's the thing for me. I don't know if I would be happy with that, right? Money. We've just talked about money. We've just talked about how in the US you're more likely to be able to access healthcare if you were rich versus if you were poor. If you were rich, if you were born in a well-off class or even middle class, you are more likely to be able to go and see a doctor at the first sign of illness to prevent it from getting worse. And so your health in general, you don't end up getting those really awful chronic long-term side effects of disease, right? We as a society need to talk more about the effects of noise pollution on health. Oh gosh, there's a lot of effects of pollution on health. We need to talk about a lot of things as a society, let's be honest. Although we do try too hard to bury it all under feel good things because we want to feel good. We don't like talking about serious matters. We don't like getting into discussions which can become heated or debates. And if you see how the politicians are to each other, like, sheesh, can you tone it down a little? And that's why we end up not talking about all of these important aspects of a lot of things. Really? Oh my god, I'm not the most, what do you call it? Eloquent person in here. I'm not very eloquent at all, let's be honest. But yes, this is the biopsychosocial model of health. Health is affected by your biology, your psychology, and your social circumstance. And I think this is important for people to recognize, because it's not just about biology. Even if you, okay, let's say for example, you broke your leg. The surgeon fixes your leg. Unfortunately, because you broke your leg quite severely and it was in a cast for I don't know, let's say three months. You lost a lot of muscle. You find it's really difficult to walk again. Your right leg looks, you know, much skinnier than your left, and you were already body conscious before, and now you're even more body conscious. It affects your psychology, because you've got pain, you've got some, you know, resultant nerve damage. You are very body conscious about how odd your leg looks now compared to how it was before, and how pale and not suntanned it is, and it's making you a little bit sad and stressed and depressed. And then because you were off work for 2 months, you didn't have an income, suddenly, you know, you don't have as much money anymore, and all of your friends are a bit annoyed because you stop going to outings where you have to pay your share to have dinners or anything. And so you're a little bit isolated there, which then affects your psychology, and then it affects your whole overall health. Even though your leg is now fixed, your health is just not as good as before. If you have to think about how much your treatment costed as well, that probably falls under social here. It's giving you a lot of stress because of the debt that you've accumulated. You might find that your biological health suffers as well. You start becoming depressed, you don't sleep as well, you find that you can't concentrate as much at work because you haven't slept well, you know, and you end up being in a little spiral, and you go downhill unless all of these things are looked at concurrently. It's not just, here, your leg is now fixed, away you go and you are fine. It needs to be looked at as a whole, and everyone needs to be looked at as a whole. MKKC, good afternoon. How are you this afternoon? We're doing a lot of talking today. I'm kind of talking a lot. I might have a sore throat later on. Time for sleep. Good night. Well, sleep well, sweet dreams. I hope you're not too you don't think too hard about things that we talk about before you go to sleep. Would social count into like childhood development? If you're talking about like childhood neglect or abuse or anything, yeah. Whether or not you grew up in a foster home, yeah, that's all covered under like social as well. A bit of it may like bleed into psychological and or biological, but mostly it's social, yeah. How many holes in a human? Wait, Rita, what are you trying to say? How many holes? Wait, what? I mean, you can always make more if it's not enough. Even cultural influences could cause people not to seek medical attention. Yeah, cultural influences as well. For example, there is, you know, for example, if your parents are really pushing traditional medicine and dubious pills on you because that's, you know, they might say, nah, you don't need to go see a doctor. You just need to take this traditional diarrhea pill and it will fix you right up. I don't know what it is, but my mom used to give me some weird, like, little ball pill things whenever I had a stomach ache. I don't know what it is. You said holistic, so how many holes? Oh my god, Rita! Oh my god, Rita! Yikes! Being too manly to get an injury checked on? Yeah, there was a guy like that, hyper. Oh my gosh, there was this gym junkie I remember seeing when I was an intern. There was this gym junkie who had appendicitis, except he didn't go and see a doctor because he was like, I think I just strained myself at the gym, you know? I'm just gonna wait a week or more until like, and then like a week later, pain is so bad. But you know, it must just be a strain. Like, I don't want to be seen as weak, so I'm not gonna go to the doctor. And then like by the time he actually goes to hospital because he's like throwing up and his girlfriend was like, nah, that's it. Like, you look awful. You look like shit. Taking you to the hospital. He's gonna perforate the appendix, and he's like, he wasn't doing great. Yeah, it's just a strain copium. Yeah, he's supposed to be a healthy young man, and I think he also thinks he should be a healthy young man. So there's no need to see a doctor. But yeah, those sorts of. It's not to say that just because you got something minorly wrong that you need to go and see a doctor all the time, but it's a little bit of balance, right? You can't have too much of an extreme of one to the other. He could have died. Yeah, he could have died, and I think he was in hospital for quite a long time. He was definitely not as buff by the time he left hospital compared to when he first got into hospital. The amount of friends you've had that you had to practically drag to the doctors, even though the doctor visits are frequently free. Yeah, that is a thing, isn't it? I have had to do that for a couple of people as well. I literally begged them to go and see a doctor because I can see that there is something wrong with them, even though they feel like they don't have something wrong with them. But then conversely, there are also the people who are hypochondriacs and think that there is something wrong with them when there is nothing wrong with them, right? There's going to be like the huge extremes of one or the other, and but if you're a hypochondriac, you've probably got some other issues going on that probably do need to be looked at. Otherwise, why are you a hypochondriac, right? Hospital macros just don't hit the same. What do you mean hospital macros? Hello, kawaii sir. Welcome. It's nice to see you. Hi, how are you? You try to encourage going to doctors whenever something is happening to your body that is new or abnormal. In best case, you learn that it's nothing. You can avoid it again. Yeah. If you are unsure whether it's fine and you are tempted to Google it because you're not sure, I would say go see a doctor rather than Googling it. Because when you look it up on Google, everything's cancer. Anyways, we've digressed very far off of Annie's case. But I think for Annie in particular, even though her doctor may be correct in saying that she needs a whole overhaul to her lifestyle to help fix her symptoms of lower back pain, tension headaches, bouts of insomnia, and low energies, I think it needs to be approached in a way that looks at all of these aspects as well. Perhaps Annie is a night shift worker, and that's, you you can't just say, oh, you need a better sleep schedule. You gotta address or try and work it into that part of that social aspect of health as well. She's a night shift worker maybe, and she, can't get another job for whatever reason, or this was the best job for her. And so you gotta find ways to work around it with the biology and the psychology as well to then achieve overall good health. Quit job? No, that's not the answer. I mean, certainly it might help if she can find a job that does not, cause her to be as sedentary or cause her to have, night shift worker syndrome type of things. You're helping? Oh, floppy. But that's not the answer to everything. Oh, dear. It might have been better for the doctor to prescribe something to reduce her current symptoms. It's hard to get exercise and such if you're in pain a lot. Yeah, or even try to work with the patient to look at what sort of exercise could she do. Like, for example, if you've got really, really bad arthritis in your knees and it's hard to even walk, there's no point telling people to go for a run. That's not going to help, right? But then that's when you start trying to look at other forms of exercise. Could you maybe look at doing what's that one? Water aerobics, where you've got the resistance of the water to help with your exercise component, but the water also takes away the weight that goes through your knees and helps a little bit with your arthritis. Even better if it's warm water, and then it might even provide a little bit of pain relief. And there are heated pools that offer water aerobics exercises in Australia, like in a group session, for example. Doctor, I'm depressed. Just exercise more. Doctor, I have no legs. It doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. Or finding things or referring them to a physiotherapist if you really don't know that much about exercise or movements or those things. Maybe referring them to a physiotherapist to try and get them exercises that will help without causing them too much pain, or things like that. Or saying like you need to work on your diet, refer them maybe to a dietitian. Off topic a bit again, but how do you feel about a DO versus an MD? I have no idea what a DO is. An MD is postgrad med, right? But I don't know what a DO is. Is it a US only thing? What is a DO? Let's look up. What is a DO? What is a DO? DO, a doctor of osteopathic medicine. What is osteopathic medicine? You do a pre-medical coursework, the MCAT, and a bachelor's degree. You have 4 years of medical school and a residency program, and you have requirements for licensing and can practice medicine and surgery. Well, what's the difference? Holistic approach to practicing medicine, treating patients as a whole, not just the symptoms. Trained to correct structural problems to assist your body's natural tendency. This sounds a little bit, this part about structural problems to assist your body's natural tendency towards health sounds a little bit iffy. Are we honest? Takes an extra 500 hours of classes with emphasis on the musculoskeletal system. This sounds like a physio. Majority practice in primary care. Well, that doctor's majority is in primary care anyway. In text accompanied, I don't know what this means. But in my opinion, as a doctor of medicine, you should be practicing a holistic approach to medicine anyways and treating the patient as a whole, not just symptoms or injuries or the human diseases. And that's why we were looking up the biopsychosocial model of healthcare, because this is holistic medicine. This is supposed to be what we as doctors practice. I don't know about America, but this is what we're taught in med school. And we have whole multidisciplinary teams in our hospitals as well to try and fix all of this. And then in our multidisciplinary teams, usually the leader of like a team meeting or something like that is the doctor, because they are supposed to look at them as a whole. Human is a donut. No, Rita! Not that kind of whole. But we as doctors are supposed to be able to see the whole picture. treat them holistically and make referrals to the appropriate, specialties as required, whether it's to psychology, to support them in their chronic illness, diseases, whatever it is, social worker to try and get some assistance for, I don't know what it is, like money, home, finding them place to stay, all of those, whether it's physio, occupational therapy, dietitian, and all of those sorts of things. Like, that's what doctors are supposed to do. So I don't understand really why there should be a difference between a DO and a medical doctor. This one sounds a little bit more physio-like though, with the whole musculoskeletal. Like, it seems to be an extra focus on musculoskeletal systems. I don't know. Hello, it's Cave Hill, y'all. You heard philosophy? Yeah, we were going through this book. Well, it's not going through. We were trying to look up a couple of scenarios in this book, 101 Dilemmas for the Armchair Philosopher. But we kind of got stuck talking about other things. Hello, JCK Brunley. I don't know how to really pronounce your name, but I'm just gonna say JCK. Anima's Shadow. Wait, I don't understand. Carl Jung? I do not understand what you were trying to say, Copy. That is hard. In your experience? Wait, Doctor of Oncology is a different course track? I don't know if that's a US only thing. Wait, what do you mean a Doctor of Oncology? As in a doctor that treats cancers? It's part of the MD program here. Well, not MD, okay, that's just a medical student thing, but that's part of a specialization here in Australia, that you become a medical oncologist. So you go through the whole medical specialties pathway, which is what I'm doing right now, and then you specialize in treating oncology patients, so stuff. Oh, Doctor of Osteopathy. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Supposedly they focus more on whole body stuff. I keep bringing up the whole picture stuff, but this is the thing! Doctors are supposed to look at the whole picture, which is why I don't understand what you mean when you say like a doctor of osteopathic medicine is different from a doctor of medicine. They're supposed to all look at the whole picture. Diet is hard, and in your experience, it's often much cheaper to get unhealthy food than healthy food. Sometimes that problem can be a financial problem as well. Yeah, especially if you look at rural areas, it can be really hard to get fresh food, fresh vegetables and all of that, because they don't last that long, and driving a truck out there with fresh supplies costs more, and so food becomes really expensive out there. So yeah, that can be a financial problem as well. Stoicism doesn't celebrate all sides of life, therefore it is out of balance. Anarchism? Oh my god, what is happening? Deal sounds like a rebranding that shouldn't be required in the first place. The only thing I'm not sure about though, Zaiju, is this thing about the musculoskeletal and this correcting structural problems to assist your body's natural tendencies. I do not understand what this means. Because when you start getting old, your body does not naturally tend towards health. It just consistently, slowly but surely breaks down. Carl Jung's theory makes more sense if you consider that balance in three archetypes makes for a more well-rounded self, like how Earth has its own balance of chaos and nurture. Oh, okay, you're talking about Carl Jung, like philosophy specifically. Carl Jung, let's look at Carl Jung archetypes. The Jungian archetypes are defined as images and themes that derive from the collective unconscious. Is this like a simply psychology that or sounds a bit sus? Early supporter Freud. I don't know how to pronounce his name because of their shared interest in the unconscious. To be honest, I'll be honest, like this guy sounds a little bit like a psycho to me. Just saying. It's not the philosophy you were expecting. Frankly, it's not the kind that's interesting. That's fine. I don't don't care for philosophies of the self as much as philosophy relating to society. Yeah. I was really just looking up more medical philosophy. I don't know a lot of all of this stuff. Freudian theory and all of that is not quite what I understand. But yes, we were just going through this book. Freud. It's pronounced Freud. Oh, I thought it was pronounced fraud. Yeah. Sounds like chiropractors or acupuncture. Maybe that is a politically correct way of describing lifestyle changes? Maybe. I mean, I certainly do think that a lot of health can be made better with lifestyle changes, but lifestyle changes are not as easy as, oh, just go and do some exercise, go and do some diet changes. It's not easy. Like, we like things to be easy. We like things to be easy. We like things to be convenient. And these things are not easy. If you eat healthy, you could describe that as tending toward health. Could be. You should exercise to prevent getting ill, not to cure it. But what if you could also exercise to work towards curing it, Eska? Would you not? Also, let's be honest, none of us here really does any exercise. Well, I don't do as much as I should. Yeah. I should do more. I certainly tell my patients that you need to do about 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise a day, or at least 3 times a week, and I certainly find it hard to do it as well. Disestablish a society that incentivizes making unhealthy decisions by making them the primary options that are within one's means. Yes, and that is why we look at the biopsychosocial model of health. Actually feeling really motivated by all this. You might go for a walk. Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm feeling guilty that I'm trying to advocate for lifestyle changes and not doing so myself, so I was also gonna go for a walk after this stream or something. But anyways, to continue reading about Annie's case. Annie. And about the alternative practitioner that Annie was considering seeing. Unlike a physician who is duty-bound to explain all the treatments available and to discuss their effectiveness and side effects, which, I'll be honest, a lot of physicians don't actually do. They just say, here, do this, and they do not explain why or how or alternatives. The alternative practitioner usually promotes their particular therapy, whether or not it is appropriate for the patient, and whether or not there are any medically recognized treatments that would be more effective. Yeah. I think there is certainly a role in health for alternative medicine. It just depends on how far that role is being pushed. If somebody is telling me that they can cure my cancer by doing acupuncture on me, I'd be like, no, you're a quack. But if somebody was telling me that they could, help release the tension in my muscles by giving me a neck massage, which actually my neck feels kind of sore at the moment, I'd be like, okay, yeah, tell me more. And then they'll be like, I may not be able to cure the reason for your, neck stiffness in the first place, but I can certainly relieve some of that tension. I'd be like, okay, yeah, tell me more. I kind of, need to probably look at fixing some of my habits to maybe not get a sore neck, but it's all in the cheap pathways. Oh my god. gotta get a treadmill so I can walk on stream. Oh my god! No, do I have to really? But then I don't have an excuse. Oh dear, you really want to share on insurance adjusters right now? Are you in the US, Cave Hill? Because we were going down that awful wormhole of US health and insurance earlier before you were here, and it's pretty depressing. You leave before you try to hijack chat. Don't feel sorry about hijacking chat. I'd be happy for you to like chat, but if you want to, if you don't think that this is for you either, that's no problem. I hope you have a good day. You owe the Catholics $400. You would die. Wait, Catholics? What do the Catholics have to do with your with health? I don't understand. Just dance the pain away? I wish that would work, Eska. I wish that could work. That's kind of why I said going to the alternative and the doc will probably be a decent solution, and you get a second opinion that way. Nothing wrong with exploring all possible solutions. This is the only thing, right? This is the only thing about a second opinion that way, Piff, is that do I trust this healer? Because this healer is already saying that doctors just dispense pills, don't understand the natural cycles of the body. What does that mean? Does that mean that this person thinks that all medical doctors are quacks? Does that mean that this particular healer will not advocate for medical treatments that have proven benefits compared to whatever it is that he's trying to sell, whether it's manipulations or diets? I don't know. If they didn't put that line in, and they said, and Annie's friend just says that he helps with diets and other lifestyle treatments, I'd probably be like, yeah, maybe I'd try. I'd say go for it as well, but I'd be a little bit skeptical just because of that line here about this only dispensing pills. Like any time where someone says an extreme of one or the other, always be a little bit suspicious. You owe the Catholics $400. You will die with that debt because it's the Catholic medical system. Oh. Wait. Religion and medicine are uncomfortably intertwined in the US. Not just money, isn't it? It's not just money. It's religion. I forgot about that. Good morning, Harry. How are you? Did you sleep well? Are you on the way to work? Isn't it the... Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a US person. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is it the Republicans who are strongly religious or something like that? I can't quite remember. Let's be honest. I might be wrong. There a lot of early hospitals were run by nuns, and they were part of the Catholic missionary program. It's sort of stuck in a lot of places. That is true, Piff. We have got in Australia, we have got like particular healthcare organizations that are strongly religious as well. There is also a medical school who is strongly, I want to say Catholic, in Western Australia. In Western Australia, there is the Notre Dame Medical School, which is strong. I want to say Catholic. Let's be honest. Like, I think it's Catholic. Notre Dame University. Religion? Catholic. It is a Catholic. Okay, it's a Catholic institutions, but all faiths are welcome and supported. Yeah, I remember reading about their medical school program, and how it has like a particular theological unit, and I was like, that is very, very interesting. And I think there are quite a few schools around the country as well that has like ties to religion and stuff. Like it was not a, I don't think it was a compulsory unit, but then you also had to do like an ethics class or something, which is fine. Ethics is fine. Like you have to deal with ethics anyways, right? You're very tired. Oh no, why are you tired? Republics are conservative, demos are left-leaning or middle. How does that relate to religion though? Republican equals religion and billionaires. Oh no. Both major parties are strongly religious. Democrats are more tolerant of the atheistic person, but the churches are ultimately heavily influenced on both sides. Okay, that I religion, in my opinion, is a very personal choice. Let me just turn on the light because it's getting a bit dark. Religion, in my opinion, is a very personal choice and should not really factor into politics or general life for everyone else. Really? Some of the most prestigious medical schools are religious schools still. Yeah, as well as a lot of the private schools. A lot of the prestigious private schools in Australia are still like, you know, like Saint I don't know, Saint blah blah blah, Saint Mary's or Saint Michael's and stuff, and they all have religious classes. I remember somebody telling me that when they went to a high school, they were forced to attend mass every Friday. It was a Catholic school, even though they were not religious and their parents were not religious. But because that particular school had like really good rates of, you know, people passing the exam with high marks, blah blah blah, as well as influential I want to say networking prospects. Their parents enrolled them into the school just because of those. And kind of just ignore the whole religious aspect of things. But like, you know, I don't know. It feels a little bit like indoctrination. Yeah. DJ and I didn't sleep on time. Oh no, Harry. Hi MCK. This sounds complicated. Democrats are not left-leaning. They are left of Republicans and ultimately moderate right. Okay, I don't understand politics very well. I do not understand left or right. Whatever that means. Saint atheist. I'm not a saint. Far from it. Religion will affect your politics. Politics shouldn't pry on your religion for support. Yeah, religion. I think religion should not decide on politics or policies in politics. I think it should be separate. Politics should not be trying to indoctrinate people to believe one thing or another. What is the worst thing you have done, Saint Athie? I'm not a saint. Also, I don't know. What define worst. I could probably do one of those like questionnaires that stay private. You know, one of those questionnaires where you like score yourself how many points based on what you've done, and each question is like 1 point or something, and then like you don't tell people what you've done. Let's be vague. Yeah, let's be vague. Like the whole recent thing in the US about pro-life and pro-choice, and a lot of it I think is based on religious beliefs on what is a life. It makes me very, very, very uncomfortable to know that religion plays a big role in my personal health choices. I'm just saying. At some point, it crosses the line, and it goes from being a personal choice, whether or not you have a religion or identify with a religion, to it being forced upon you as a, you must do this because of this. I don't know, it's just, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know about you. Same thing? No such thing, Eska. No such thing. No. They're called confessions. I don't think it's called confessions either. Other people's religion shouldn't affect what rights other people have. I agree. You put that in. You put that very succinctly, Harry. I'm not good with words, but yes, I agree that other people's religion shouldn't affect the rights that other people have. Although, yeah, common sense in government. Common sense is not very common, unfortunately. Very unfortunately, common sense is not very common. We should see more of it. But, yes. I hope that people can learn to be more tolerant of each other and not go from one extreme to the other. There's always a spectrum, but just because one person believes one thing, it shouldn't mean that everyone else has to conform to the same thing. Not a single person on the planet doesn't think they have common sense. Wait. That's too many negatives in there. Not a single person on the planet doesn't think they have common. Wait. Does that mean everyone on the planet thinks they have common sense? This is a double negative, isn't it? Is the mic acting up? Oh no, is it acting up? Can you still hear me? Is this a problem? Everyone thinks they have common sense. Okay. That makes a bit more sense to me. Harry, you're making it hard for me. No, must. Oh, it might be me like playing with the pages of this book. Just thumping on the desk. Yeah, that's me. Sorry, that's me playing with the pages of this book. Yes. Because we were supposed to go through this case and kind of keep getting distracted. The ethics of doctoring. Oh, here it talks about the ethics that we looked through earlier. The ethical standards that all medical practitioners have to meet are laid out in the 4 principles proposed by Tom Beauchamp in 1939 and James Childress in 1940. And the 4 principles are autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. Yeah, all of those. It's kind of part of the Hippocratic Oath as well. You know? Double negative for emphasis on that people are unaware rather than actively thinking. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then here it goes through to explain that autonomy is the patient's right to agree or refuse treatment through informed consent. And I think that is a very important aspect of the sentence, is that it's the patient's right, but they need to be informed. They need to be told the consequences of having the treatment as well as the possible consequences of not having the treatment. And you see that a lot being done when people are getting consented for surgery, for example. But you see it very, very rarely done when people are given just standard medications that are pretty common, like antibiotics. Nobody really goes through and says, oh, by the way, I'm going to prescribe you this Panadol. Panadol's an antibiotic. But, a common medicine, Panadol. Here, have some Panadol. It will help. Nobody ever says, these are the side effects of Panadol. And these are the possible effects of not taking the Panadol. Because it's so common that people just kind of expect you to already know. I think that's why. But if it happens a lot and it keeps happening, it starts going on to not just Panadol. There's a label in the box with the side effects. Yes, there is. That's true. But what about when you're in hospital getting prescribed all of these things because you're a patient in hospital? Here, take all of these pills that we've now prescribed for you on your medication chart. They don't come with names because when we're too busy to tell you, number one. And also number two, because we don't, we think they're good for you. Who decides that? Friendly cat lick, yeah. Another cat, yeah. Welcome and thank you for the follow. The more drugs, the better. Oh no, Harry. Oh no. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of taking tablets. I especially the bigger tablets, I always kind of like choke on them. I don't have a very good technique with taking tablets, so I don't really like taking tablets myself, even though I prescribe it all the time. Hello, streamer! Should you say doctor? You can call me what you like. You can call me Athie. Athie's fine. You also can't expect people to understand what the side effects even mean, really, and that's what professionals are for. I think you can't expect everyone to be able to know or understand, and I think informed consent is a little bit of a cop-out, because you don't really know what sort of effect it's going to have on that person, right? Say that I'm, consenting you to, I don't know, what's an example? Say that I'm consenting you to have a IV drip put in, which we don't really do all that often. We're just like, can I put a drip in? We don't say, what are the possible effects of getting a drip put in? Which are things like infection, right? You could if I'm sticking a needle and breaking your skin barrier, I could introduce infection into your body. The line stays in for X amount of time, depending on how long you need a line for, and that could potentially become infected. Infection can lead to sepsis. You can get really, really sick from it, right? The line could go into the wrong area and not actually be in a vein where it's supposed to end up, and that could be really, really painful as well. All sorts of things. We don't really go through all of that. And then alternatively, if you don't get the line, I can't give you these medications. What are the possible effects of not getting these medications? And then I'd have to go through all of those as well. And there's so many things, and it's no wonder that people don't really say all of that. And what are the consequences of having or not having this particular medication? I don't know, it can be very far-reaching, and trying to understand all of that risk is kind of not the easiest. People are poor at understanding risks, and you consent to doctors making the decision for you. Harry, you need to at least make an effort. It's risk assessment, and you studied it for 6 years, and you just watch House. Vaccinations is another big contender for that. Vaccinations. You know how there's a lot of anti-vax people around? And a lot of people who are, I think the term for them is that they've embraced this vaccine hesitant, as in they don't think that all vaccines are bad, but they are a bit worried about getting a vaccine because they want to know all of the side effects and potential harms, etc, etc. And then there's of course the like pro-vax people who are blindly pro-vax, and the more moderates. It's always a bit of a spectrum. In other words, fools. Oh, Lily, I would not go as far as calling them fools. However, there are certainly some very, 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 very interesting claims out there about what vaccines do / don't do. I'll fix your Wi-Fi, you fix my body. When I tell you it needs to be paracycled, I don't need to explain why. Oh, you don't? I'd be interested in knowing why it needs to be paracycled and what paracycling means. You think the crazy ones are the nurses that are against vaccines? Yeah, I feel like when you have a medical background and you should understand the risks and benefits, and you are still against a thing, that helps your community as a whole, that is a bit nuts. Yeah. SO told you, so long as vaccines are free at the pharmacy and hospital, just take them. Eska! I explain what I do in my IT work at least best I can to the client's ability to understand if they show any interest. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you try and understand to the you try and explain things to the best of your ability at a level that you hope the other person can understand. But then that comes down to the level of education the other person might have as well, their cultures, their beliefs, their expectations, their language as well, or language proficiency, I guess. There are so many factors as to why there can be a miscommunication, or why something can go wrong in terms of trying to get informed consent for someone. The only reason I was doubting to get vaccine is because I'm scared of injections. Oh, really? I'll be honest, nobody really likes injections. Anyone who specifically says they like being stabbed is probably lying. I say probably because there's probably as well at least a 1% of people who like the pain of being stabbed. Maybe they're masochists, I don't know. But it's never 100%, right? Nothing is 100%. You like getting stabbed for your tattoo. Yeah, see, MCK, if I was telling you that I'm just gonna stab you for no good reason and you get nothing good out of it, why would you even say, sure, stab me, bro? You like getting stabbed because you want a tattoo, and so you think that little bit of pain is worth it for the effect that you get afterwards, right? But would you just willingly get stabbed for a needle if you have no benefit for it? I don't know. I don't know. Probably masochists, yeah. I've never asked if I should change the admin password. I asked what they would like the password to be. Yes. You're already making the assumption that they will say yes, and so you put them in a position where they have to say yes and move on to the next step, which is deciding what the password is. It was a lot of pain. Was it worth it, MCK? Is the tattoo worth it? Do you have a picture of your tattoo? Is it in an area that can be shown to the public? Is it something that can be shown to the public? It was worth. Well, if you thought it was worth it, and you had thought about the risks of getting that tattoo, and you were like, you know what, the risk is worth it because it's pretty AF, then yeah, where do you post it? Post it in Dr. Athey's clinic, because we're talking about it actively right now, right? Actually, for your job, you're a consultant, you do the work. Most of your job is giving people information and options. What to do with it is their business. I don't argue, don't particularly care, they're both system up. Yeah. And that's nice and all, right, Piff? That's nice and all if it doesn't affect you, no matter what they do. I think I would care a lot less about what the anti-vaxxers do if I didn't have to deal with the fallout of it. So if my community gets hit hard with COVID because people didn't vaccinate to try and protect and reduce the spread of it, or earlier on in the pandemic, for example, where we were all about flattening the curve, and I don't think it was as well explained as it could have been, but it was about, reducing the rate of spread so that the hospitals weren't overwhelmed, and so that people can continue on with all of the other health issues that need treating even during a pandemic, like people who need their chemo for cancer, because cancer's not going to wait till the pandemic's over to kill you, is it? Or people who come in with a heart attack and need a bed in hospital so that they can get their heart attack treatment and then recover from it and then go home and be happy people again. All of that doesn't stop just because there's a pandemic. But if the hospital is full of sick people because of the pandemic, that is a bad thing, because then it pushes everyone else who needs health away, and then they die of potentially preventable deaths. And that's why I feel a bit strongly that yes, everyone should be vaccinated unless there is a clear harm to them instead of a benefit. And how much higher risk of catching? Yeah, the risk of catching, I think at some point everybody's going to catch it, but then if you are at least partially protected by vaccinating, hopefully it's not as bad. Oh, it's so cool! It's so big! It's on Wukong. Is it Wukong? It looks like a Monkey King. Is it Monkey King? It looks like Monkey King. It looks like those sleeves that they have in New Zealand. You know? It is Sun Wukong. Ah, and a Chinese lion. Where's the Chinese lion? I'm maybe a bit blind. Where's the Chinese lion? Is it on like the other side where I can't see it? It's very nice. Yeah, it's very nice. I personally am too much of a wimp to get a tattoo because I don't want to be stabbed so many times. It's on the forearm. Oh, so it's on the other side of this part then. Yeah. It is very nice. Oh, CK. Very nice, very nice. Are you gonna get one more? Where are you gonna get the other one? Is it gonna be on your other arm? Are you gonna get one on the other side? Pretty worth it? I'm glad you think it's worth it, because it's a huge one, and if you at the end of it you're like it was not worth it, I'd be like, bro, now you have to live with it. You want a tattoo, but I'm scared I'll have a mental breakdown about it when I'm 30. Oh, Catholic, what if you wait till you're 30 to get the tattoo? Hey. Mostly the pain from tattoos isn't bad at all, but then there's like a spot or two that's hell. Ooh, I don't know, Harry. Like the thought of pain makes me very nervous. Like very nervous. Nothing wrong with a little stabbing. Piff! I don't like doing the stabbing either. I have this wish that everyone with big tattoos put Waldo somewhere in them. Wow, Guppy, thank you for the biddies. That would be such a great idea, Sleep Rules. Oh my gosh, where's Wally? That would be so cool. You waited a while to get the tattoo to make sure you still wanted it. That's probably not a bad idea, right? Like you wait and see if you still really want it and if that itch is still there. I don't know after how long you think is a reasonable wait time, then yeah, go for it. And it's not likely, if you've been wanting it for a long time, that you will regret it. You have 0 tats. Your older sister has like 8. Ooh. Your upper arm tat just felt like a mild rug burn, but mileage very much varies from location and person. Oh, a rug burn sounds pretty painful too. Oh, thank you for the stretch. A rug burn sounds pretty painful though, and I think it also depends on where it is, right? Some areas are definitely going to be more sensitive than other areas. It was completely fine until it hit the shoulder blade. Oh, is it just more painful over like the bony areas because there's less, I don't know, fat padding maybe? It's more painful. Oh, it is. Oh, ooh, look at that. Look at that. I used to think I wanted a tattoo. Now I'm not so sure. So I never got one. Probably a good thing, right? I don't know. Like, what do I even want of a tattoo? Like, what can I definitely say that I will stay in love with for the rest of my life? I don't know. Because I don't know that there is such clear-cut answers in life. I want tattoo, but if it's really nice, it'll be expensive to upkeep. Yes, I have a standing desk. I don't use it for stream much because if I stand it up, then you won't be able to see Mia as easily. Tay Tay? Oh, Harry. But what if Tay Tay starts becoming weird? What if Tay Tay becomes a weirdo? Then I can't consciously say that I continue loving Tay Tay. There's some things you really shouldn't do unless you really want to, and you believe that getting inked is one of those things. Yeah, because the effects are actually pretty semi-permanent, right? Like I see it with, you know, parents tattooing their kids' names on them. You know what? That bond will probably stay a long time if you care about your child that much. Yeah. Tay Tay? Yeah, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is what I mean. Mia, I do not believe that any artist is able to capture Mia's perfection that much, especially on a tattoo. I don't think not possible. I do not think that is ever possible. Tay Tay's never weird. I mean, she hasn't been so far, but she has also been a bit of a drama queen, you know? What about you? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, about your drawing of Mia? But Kapi, are you a tattoo artist? You're not a tattoo artist. You draw Mia? Yeah, you did an amazing drawing of Mia. Wait, let me see if we can show it to people. Let's see if we show the Mia to people. Here. See? The Mia is so beautiful! But how are you going to turn this into a tattoo? Are they going to be able to capture it just as well? I don't think so. I don't believe so. Oh, Myang's so cute. Micro tattooing? Be amazed how good some tattoo artists are. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Micro is the next trend. What is a micro tattoo? Micro tattoo. We'll look it up because I don't really know what a micro tattoo is. Is it this? Like the super tiny ones? That's not what you meant, right? What is a micro tattoo? Designs that go from finer than usual single needles always confined to small areas of skin. Is it this? You can turn anything into a tattoo? Small designs? Just need to forget getting jobs when you have it on your neck. What is a micro tattoo? Greater attention to detail. Practicality, blah blah blah. It's just that it's smaller. Ooh, needles! Yikes! Aging is micro tattoo's worst enemy. It doesn't tell you very much. This article kind of sucks. Like this? Okay. Just able to get more details. Oh, you're right. It's kind of. This is really scary. Doctor's scared of needles. Hey, I'm not scared. I just don't like them. All right, Oreo. There's a difference. It's different. But also, I think we kind of like completely got off track. We keep doing this. I think we only got through one freaking one freaking like scenario for our philosophy discussion today. It's like drawing with graphite. Chicken doctor? Hey, I'm a cat doctor, not a chicken doctor. Oh. Whoa, whoa! Like this? Oh. It's kind of cool. This one looks so real. Interesting. Okay, maybe. I'd not heard of micro tattooing, but then again, I don't really keep. It's like a 4K resolution version. Yeah, it really is. But also, I don't really keep up to date with like tattooy things. So, and I am afraid of needles. I'll be open here. Like, I'm afraid of needles. I have to like hype myself up to go and get vaccinations, even though I know they are good for me and they protect my community, etc. Because I just don't like needles. I really don't. So anytime somebody tells them they're not going to get a vaccine because they're scared of needles, I'm like, man, I feel you, but also like, come on, let's go do it together. Be my buddy, hold my hand. Somebody hold my hand while I get this done. But then like, of course, I get it done at work, so I have to like be more tough, right? Because how can a doctor be scared of needles? Yikes! Needs scary. Yeah, I think we're all kind of built or wired in a way that pain is, we are averse to pain as humans in general, unless you're a masochist, and that's a completely different thing. Anyways, it always hurts if the nurse just punches you with it. Oh yeah, I agree. If they just like go bam like that, it's always a bit scarier and painful. But anyways, any masochists in chat? You've never felt a needle? Really? Oh, that must be nice. Maybe you've got like, I don't know, better pain tolerance. You're never scared of needles? Well, that's good. Anyways, we only got through one philosophical situation discussion-y thingy thing, but this has been kind of fun. I think maybe I would be interested to like do more of these kinds of streams, but I think we should probably end it here for the day. They just never hurt. Oh, that's nice. The actual worst when I have to try 5 times to get a vein. Oh no, Lily, I feel you. I usually, if I fail twice, I'd give it up. It's obviously not my day. Somebody else needs to go and do it instead of me. It just feels like pressure, not really pain. Really? It doesn't even feel like, you know, a pinch or something? Huh, interesting. But yes, raid. We will end stream here. It was when I got my lip pierced, I realized that you really have nothing to fear. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? In the meantime, while you explain that, let me find somebody to raid. Should we raid Hila? Oh, maybe we raid Azusa Yatome. Because this person's raided me before. They're playing Genshin Impact at the moment, and they're a VTuber. And they speak Japanese, and they're kind of cool as well. So let's raid Azusa. Okay, good. Anyways, it was a pleasure always. Oh no, you guys, it was a pleasure being here to talk to you all. Thank you all for coming and indulging me in like my random chats where I'm not actually, I don't know, I'm not doing very much. We're just chatting. But thank you all for coming anyways. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the follows and the bits and just being here. I hope you all have a good day or a good night wherever you are. When you go to bed, have sweet dreams, sleep well. We'll see you next time. I think the next time I'll be streaming is probably next week because I will be working. Unfortunately, pretty much, yeah. But have a good day or night, everyone. I will see you next time. Bye.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.